Hello. Hey, Super Hider. Just testing out some of the audio stuff. We want to make sure that they can hear you.
It's selected to your Discord, the Discord audio application.
All
Yeah,
right.
there we go. I see it working. Hey, hell yeah.
We got music. I think that's everything. Yeah. So let me, let's get into this.
Hell yeah. I am so hyped for a Balatro speed.
Oh boy.
Speed Latra. It's time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to catch me up with the rules.
Okay, so what I'm pretty sure is tournament speed. The timer's just always gonna be on. I'm pretty sure that's the gimmick.
That's
Timer
awesome.
is always on. Yeah, 140-second timer running through anti. I only heard about it less than 10 minutes ago, so even myself, I didn't know what was gonna be happening. I'm still a little bit scared. I know Vagabond is gonna be even scareder. This is probably the worst format for him. So I'm gonna be enjoying watching his crash out, because it is gonna happen. It's inevitable. He's gonna find a Vagabond and he's gonna try play for it, or he's gonna try to do Baron build and he's gonna run out of time. So there's a lot of different variables going into this tournament, because a lot of the longer deck fixing type of plays, you're gonna have to kind of play loosey goosey and just play fast, because you're not gonna have a lot of time to save up $200 in the shop and then roll down. You're gonna be having to play a little bit quick decisions, quick plays, and you can't really be thinking too much. This is gonna be more or less an instant game.
Absolutely. Throw all thoughtful play out the window. Reconsider retriggers. Just go for a one-shot build. I think that will help you the most. I mean, retriggers you'll probably want anyway because they're so good. But I mean, you know, you can't be digging down to your last hand, maximizing reserve parking value, that sort of thing. You definitely need to
literally.
play. I think it'll be awesome for content, personally. This is going to be a fun one.
Same, we're going to be seeing some fast gameplay where basically what I think is going to happen is both players are just going to more or less be trying to knock out their opponent as quickly as possible. They're going to go for the most devastating plays, and going for short-term value, because if your opponent does end up losing a life, that's more steam and more pressure you're able to put on. Because I am almost guaranteeing we are going to see at least one person lose a life to the timer. It is going to be happening.
Okay, starting
Oh
off.
no, what are you doing? Hot and spicy, what is this?
Oh no, we can't read
This
the
is
default. Is this the wrong one? Am I understanding that correctly?
This is not format. This is not the correct thingy-majingy.
Oh, did they change
I mean,
it?
it works. Yeah. Did you not see the newer ones? The ones I've been streaming with the whole format thing?
Oh dang, I guess not. Sorry about that. I guess we'll get that right
No,
for
it's
next
fine.
time.
Yeah, next time, tomorrow we can have a setup all good for the PA and the thing. I'll show you afterwards as well, the thing, and I'll send you the new and improved stream layout.
Nice. That'll be good. I'm excited. Who
Also,
designed
if
the
you
new one?
the new one, this is designed by Andy, and I'm pretty sure, oh, I forget who else helped out, but they both did an amazing job on it. So it is really, really big and super huge. And they even added in like a custom transition slider, so when you swap between your different pages, you're able to have a little transition come across screen.
Oh dang, that's gonna be some nice production quality.
Oh, it is amazing. Also, if you know to use studio mode, right, on OBS?
I actually haven't done that. No.
Yeah, so basically studio mode allows you to edit another tab while you're on the starting student screen.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Well, I mean, maybe you could teach me a thing or two after this for sure, and then I could pass that along
Yeah,
to
no
Jomo.
problem. Yeah. I can actually just get both of you guys. I'm gonna show you at the same time, I suppose.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, we got those games booting up right now. Any second, we should see it. Gonna update the commentators here. Is it 2 eyes in Hider? Something like that?
One eye, HIDEEOR. Though I will be honest, I might also be in the tournament.
Oh,
So
dang.
I'm a little bit of a cheater. But don't you worry, guys. We are gonna be looking for more commentators. So what's gonna happen is, if you guys haven't checked already, there is an announcement in announcements. If you want to apply for commentator position, which we are indeed looking for, make sure to go into announcements and fill in the form. Also, if you're able to speak French, we're gonna be opening up a French branch as well, which will basically just be sharing the same tournament but in French. Now I don't know French, but I think it's a very sexy language, so that's why we're doing it.
Heck yeah.
And definitely not because a lot of people want it. Definitely not.
That'd be cool. I mean, I wouldn't understand what's going on, but I think it'd still be good content.
Oh, it would. It is. What week is this, by the way?
Oh, good question. We could add that in. Get that title updated.
Yeah, let's have a little look. I forget
Week
which
17.
one. 17. Okay. Here we go. Okay, tournament title's been updated.
I'm not sure why the video links are not showing yet. Has been a little while. I could just try pasting them again.
That's because you're trying to put in some video ninja links from like the June 8th.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. My bad. I thought.
You're gonna have to go into the actual Balatro multiplayer, and do you have the role that allows you to see all the channels being made?
Oh yeah, I could see them. Sometimes people will send them to me. I thought they were sent, but at the same time, I should just be able to pull these. Oh, I guess the bracket hasn't been seated yet. I'm not seeing any, but that's all good. We'll get some
I
soon.
think we're still waiting. We're still waiting to get in there. So looking pretty good so far. I'm excited for this. I think this is gonna be quite fun. I'm really excited to see speed.
I think the tournament itself will just be faster. Like normally we're looking at like a 5-hour deal, but like this time it could be like 3 hours. I think it'll be way faster.
Yeah, actually, there probably will be. Yeah, it usually takes around 3 hours to host a thing, but you know, cause we're forcing everyone to play quickly, we might have a stream that only lasts like 2 hours. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Man, can you imagine
a
going
bite-sized, manageable chunk?
like? I wonder what decks people will pick too. Like if Black Deck will show up. Like, can you imagine trying to go fast and not dying to blinds? Like, ooh.
Oh, stop.
That'd be the
No,
fastest
I
game
would
ever.
actually cry. And wait till we start seeing gold stakes as well.
Good heavens. That would be something. I think Plasma would be an easier one to go fast on, certainly. You know, you can get that winning hand very easily. I don't know. Anaglyph just to see the skips.
I mean, this is all just bringing the fact that if you play slow, you're gonna get punished. If you normally play fast, right? And this is just gonna be a regular tournament for you. There's nothing is gonna be different if you already play like incredibly fast. Also, for the stage in Discord, there usually is a stage for setting everything up. I don't know if it's currently here. I'll have to have a little look and see what it is. Okay, let me take a little look. Where the hell is lava? Bam, 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 bam. What the hell? What the hell? Hot and Spicy, are you burping on stream? That's so unprofessional.
Yo, I'm being framed. Okay, I had a little too much carbonated beverage. Sorry, gang. I got you. I got you.
Just a smidge too much. Just a little drop.
Yo, I am rocking a Celsius. Like, not a sponsor, but I'm quite a fan. Are you much of an energy drink guy?
A what guy?
Oh, an energy drink guy.
Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a monster chugger. I'd be chugging Monster 24/7.
Yo, like white ones. That's the only one I really have, but.
Ooh, and bracket is up.
Oh, let's go.
Let's have a little look here. We should You know, I'm interested in seeing the Ian versus Laya game, so
Oh,
that's going to be
huge.
match 18.
Ian is usually a
Always
very
love a little bit
thoughtful
of Ian.
player, so this will be interesting.
Indeed. Indeed he is.
Oh, we also got Startoad versus Joe. I know Startoad's fast, but let me get the Ian one up since it was mentioned.
No! Oh my god, I'm against Patan! This is
Oh,
horrible!
oi.
This is diabolical.
Best of luck.
No!
Patan is great.
I know!
Just do the timer pressure. Just do all skips, timer pressure. Go
Yep,
black, gold.
Yep. Got it. Locked in. Okay, let's see all these brackets. Wonderful. Yo. Well, fuck it, I'm bringing Patan to gold stake. He's going to gold stake.
Oh, seriously? Let's go. That's high.
Yeah, I'm taking him there.
Just don't get eliminated round 1. You could do this.
Oh my god. Okay, he banned gold stake. We're doing black. What are these deck bans? He banned red, blue, yellow, ghost, and zodiac. Those are the only decks I play.
Try magic. Magic, abandoned, and I don't know, blue.
Checkered, I guess.
Checkered. Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. I might be cooked here, chat. It's so much over.
Just always avoid erratic and painted. Those are like my least favorite.
Oh, we're doing abandoned. Alright, abandoned gaming.
Okay, you got this.
Gulp.
It'll be easier
I don't
to
got
dig.
this. I don't got this. Are you able to get the Ian game up?
I do have that link now, and we're getting Loic's link as well.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
I gotta go and lock in. I gotta put on my gaming music for this. I gotta get my gaming chair. I'll be back in a bit. If I lose this first round, guess who's commentator for the rest of the stream?
Oh boy, that's right. Good luck. All right, folks, we almost have a first game up. Ian, you know, the undisputed #1 player of Balatro versus Loic, you know, a name that we haven't really seen. Maybe they've grinded behind the scenes, you never know. But it would be very, a huge upset, if you will, if Loic were to win. But I think it could be very interesting. I might do a prediction here shortly. All right, chat, get your points ready. Who is going to win, Ian or Loic? Okay. Got 2 minutes to get your predictions in, starting now. All right, they are all set to go, and here we go on red deck, white stake. Okay, Loic deciding on that small blind. They are wasting some time here, but they do get in. And will they one-shot? Let's see, Ian quickly one-shotting that small blind. Loic getting that high straight. That'll do it. Ian picking up to Duelist. Very interesting. Good for that early game econ. On green stick, red deck, you can definitely get away with that if you play fast. So far, Ian just going super fast relatively here, but both players taking the same line. I do like that Mega Spectral Pack. You know, you always want to take those. Polychrome, can you have time to build into it, though? We got Deja Vu and Wraith going for both of those. I like that as well. We'll see what Loic does, but Loic's still on that big blind. Will they be able to beat the rest in less than 90 seconds? And Obelisk is a very interesting choice. I think that is going to be a little bit harder to scale, where you can't really play your hands as comfortably, but you can build it up by playing a lot of pairs. You know, people say Obelisk is really hard, but really it just takes playing like 20 pairs, maybe 15 pairs even, and then you can get that Obelisk where it needs to be. But Burglar, oh my gosh, that I didn't think anyone would be taking Burglar for this category because you have so little time, but maybe Ian can make it work. Like, I mean, it does work really well into Obelisk. Like, you could just fly through your hands. I mean, on red deck is a little bit of counter synergy, but at the same time, I think Ian is just really building up those pairs really quickly. Okay, 40 seconds left. I think Loic has to skip here, or they just won't have enough time. They just have to get to PvP. Ian just frantically building up the Obelisk, but I think Ian will have just enough time as they are on the big blind. See, Loic, you just gotta go for it. There you go, skip, skip. Okay, makes it in time. Ian will not have a lot of time for this shop, but looking better going into this PvP. Okay, grab a Magician and go. Oh man, going for the Arcana, getting the Soul! Oh my gosh, but no. Oh, last second. Okay, now we've got the Yorick. No more Burglar because of a counter synergy, but Yorick on red deck is just very good to get early. Ian will get an extra ×2 or ×3 because of that earlier pickup, and Loic is a couple shops behind. Might not see that for a little bit. Also behind in the Spectral queue, as well, as they were unable to get that from that shop. See, Loic does have that plus molt from the Zany Joker, but Ian has a very strong X molt, so we'll see if the plus molt and the chips from Loic's side are enough to pull through this PvP. I think it's possible with, you know, the right gameplay. I think Loic is also getting a lot of to-do-list value off of that Burglar, which is quite something. You know, that is something to consider. I think Ian could do one full discard and get another Yorick proc, if you will. Okay, going for Magician on that Red Seal King. Both players with the Red Seal King. That is a very good card here, but Loic will take this first PvP. Ian just gonna, you know, play it safe and go for that Obelisk value and the Yorick value, which will pay off in the long run unless you accidentally break your Obelisk. I've seen that happen before, folks, but okay, it looks like we're going with the Riff Raff value. Getting the straight, getting the Pizza. Oh, Pizza is huge! Huge! For the Obelisk, especially where Loic has... Well, actually, I think Pizza still gives you the discards after Burglar, so Loic may still have some discards if they could play fast, but they are kind of slowing down here. Only got 120 seconds to really get through this. Okay, so... Here we go, Ian. Scaling at Yorick, scaling the Obelisk with the walkie-talkie. I think the walkie-talkie is actually good where you have a magic 10, you've got the poly 10. You'll get some value off that. And we got the Even Stevens on Loic's side, a fan favorite Joker. Really, and Loic really getting some to-do list value. It is slowing him down. We'll see if that pays off, if that extra money can really do something, but Ian is still just ahead, gets the idol first with the ×4 Yorick. Wow. Honestly, if I see Mary Andy here, I'd be very happy. You know, just getting that Yorick value, finding your idol cards. I think you got to keep the walkie-talkie for PvP if I'm Ian. If I'm Loic, I'm probably dumping the Zany Joker, maybe the to-do list, but the to-do list is really carrying Econ right now. It's just hard to get off with the format. Oh, Ian's selling the... I think that's interesting. Would prefer a random common rather than the walkie-talkie. I think the walkie-talkie really could have solidly gotten them PvP, but maybe Ian is just that confident. I think that's fine. You know, I think it's a little more risky, certainly, to go for a random common, but definitely not a bad play by any means. Okay, going for the hologram on Loic's side, finally finding that polychrome. 6 seconds, makes it in time. All right, here we go. Getting the banana for Ian. I mean, that's plus molt. I can't complain about that. Let's see, Jack of Diamonds. We might have one Jack of Diamonds in the deck. Shouldn't be an issue. You know, idol will definitely pay off in the long run. On Loic's side, Loic just doesn't have the Yorick in time. Ian's already got it to ×4. That's just like a permanent ×4 that Ian will have over Loic, if not more. It's really the danger of skipping shops. You really have to play fast. If you skip too many shops, you're really crippling everything. Your progress in the shop queue, your econ. It's just really rough. But Loic's only out here is to get a crazy idle hand, and I just don't see that in the cards where there's been almost no deck fixing. I haven't kept track of how many pairs Ian has played, but I'm assuming it was a lot with the burglar, just really fast, because I mean, you really don't want to risk having to play pair again. I might have, like, especially where he was sacking for his PvP, I might have even tried to scale it a little bit more, but I'm not holding that against them. Like, I could just be wrong on how many cards they have. Okay, good Loic, good, sell that. I mean, that's at times 2.25 with the 2 uncommons on Loic's side, so like that baseball card is pretty decent. You know, it's not like the duo where you need a condition to trigger it, but you know, it's pretty respectable. We got a decent sized hologram. Wait, has Loic not just run into the Yorick yet? Like, I guess they just haven't been opening packs, but it seems like Ian got that so long ago. We got a ×6 on that side. All right, heading into the next PvP. Both players actually did really good with the time here. Maybe they're adapting, but oh, and there it is. There's that Yorick. Unfortunately, could be the worst. Oh, don't sell the idol, Loic, no. The idol was providing an extra 1.5 times molt with the baseball card, but regardless of that, it is just the best card in the game with enough deck fixing. Maybe Loic's thinking, you know, I don't have enough time to deck fix, but you really have to go for it. It is just that good. Oh, Loic is behind on time and needs that reroll voucher. I would have honestly grabbed that reroll voucher because I'm scared to even get out of this in time. but we don't want to see Loic die to a timer. I don't know if they can make it. Let's take a one-shot here. Yeah, they're going to die to timer. That's too bad. When you know that you're dying to timer, though, you just got to take it slow. You know, like you've got time now, so you're not in a rush. Just like that. If Loic... Well, Loic is geared to lose this next PvP, so that'll put them down to 1 life, and that'll put them in just a really dangerous position. That is going to be a little bit hard to come back from. I just don't really see too many outs. Ian would just have to colossally fumble here. Like, you'd have to break your obelisk. You'd have to, I don't know, sell Yorick. Something dubious would have to happen. Maybe DC? Political, wondering if someone will lose their last life because they lost track of timer. That's definitely possible. Oh, Melon is correctly informed me that there are 2 E's in Hider. Let me correct that. Okay, here we are in PvP. Okay, Loic, I mean, PvP, you've got all the time in the world. You just want to find your best hand. You want to be getting your discard value. Don't want to be breaking obelisk if you're Ian. So no pairs, looks like going for plenty of full houses. I wonder if that Polychrome 10 will really come into play for either player. I think I want to make it a face card, but like, you just can't play perfectly in this format. So, I mean, deck fixing has really not been present in this at all. I'm pretty sure both players nearly have a basic hand. I haven't seen any death, any hung men. I could be wrong, but just not a very deck fixing seed. Okay, we briefly saw Ian's hands played. I just wasn't able to catch it. Being careful not to play a pair here. Oh, okay, 11 pairs cannot play the pair. He has to go high card, but that could give Loic the win here. I'm shocked. I wonder if Ian was going for like a full house or what, but that... Wow, okay. Come on, Loic. The people want it to be 2-2. Oh... Oh, with the 3/8. I don't know. Probably not, but it could be cool. Oh my gosh, that's so close. Honestly, an impressive showing from Loic, given the situation. Loic just needs to go fast. Loic notably does not have the reroll voucher, which is super good for econ here. Okay, we got the Hermit, we got the Hangman going for the Hermit. That is probably the correct play, and speeding through the rerolls. Okay, we got Blackboard. Blackboard's a pretty solid ×3 if you have, you know, suit fixing. Not always the best if you're trying to build into hearts. Taking that card to build up the hologram. Okay, we got the, let's see, mail and rebate. Pretty solid choice over to-do list where you're trying to hurry, but that's okay. Got Emperor... Judgment. Yeah, rip that Judgment. Let's see. Oh, not what you want to see from a Judgment. A Marble Joker. That's okay. I think Loic will be fine in the blinds here. Both players rocking the banana. mean, Ian only has a limited number of high cards even. Up to only got 11 pairs. 11 pairs is definitely enough. But it is kind of on the lower side. But I guess Ian is just comfortable enough with the game where they know that they can, comfortably get those non-pair hands. Okay, big difference in the Yoriks here. We don't see what Loic's Yorik is at, but it's at least ×4 lower from when they picked it up. And not a ton of deck fixing for Idle, but it's still really good here. The baseball card not giving as much value to Ian as it is only a ×1.5, but I guess on Loic's side it is too, since they sold the Idle. Okay, and the banana breaks finally for Ian, potentially giving Cavendish. Okay, and we go blackboard. Very interesting, I think it's definitely possible you can discard down to the black cards, get that extra ×3 with all this times molt. That is going to be really significant, and it's also a ×1.5. And we do see Loic lose to the timer. I lost track of timer. Oh my goodness, what a game. GG's to both players. That was so fun to watch. Let's update that prediction. Political called it. Oh my gosh, 100% of you voted Ian. Well, enjoy your refund. Come on, not even 1% banking on the disconnect. It's too bad. Okay, we're gonna do.
That was an interesting game.
Welcome back. Are you done with your game as well?
I am not Super Hider.
Oh, you're not Super Hider. Who do we got here? I am bad at recognizing voices.
It's Rokel.
I
don't sound like I live in Europe.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I think you guys both have kind of like burly kind of voices, and so maybe that's what threw me off. But I'm gonna try.
It's true. Me and Super Hider get together on the weekends to go to the Big Man Club. Full big men.
Yeah, do like get that testosterone and pump some iron.
It's true. It's true. It's very true. But I predict that Super Hider will probably be done with his game very soon if his game is anything like that game.
Oh boy.
I mean, it was quick. It was simply just too quick.
Yeah, that was a quick game. We saw a couple of lives lost to timer. At least one on Loic's side. We saw a lot of fast gameplay. I think that fast is definitely good. We also saw a lot of missed shops from those skips. So you just don't want to be skipping shops.
Yeah, the extra added time pressure really does put a strain on your regular decision making. In regular PvP, you've actually got time to think about your jokers. Here now, you've got to weigh that against actually being able to complete the blinds. And we also saw that since Loic wasn't able to think about their jokers or get more jokers in a timely fashion, they actually ended up having not enough score to win blinds either. They died to timer on that one blind, but since they died to it, they didn't get a repercussion from also losing the blind. They only scored 10,000 instead of the 12K. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, and you just need to be good enough where it's just automatic. You're like, okay, I know I want idle, I know I want this, so yeah, it just has to be automatic when you're doing a speed tourney.
Yep. And I thought getting Yorick during that match was actually really interesting, given that there was so much time pressure. Ian playing very well for it, and not even really playing too fast, but Loic was just behind since they couldn't actually manage their econ properly. It's crazy.
I love the obelisk play and the burglar. I think that is one of the cards that takes the very longest to really scale and think but Ian was just spamming those pairs in like the first or second ante when they had it, and I was just like, oh man, already got it at 11 with the burglar. That was very fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah, very, very like great foresight to see it happen. Great foresight to see the obelisk plus the burglar.
Okay, we
So
got
next
player
match
one
I'm gonna
and
be
K
watching.
Fury.
Okay. Player one is a good player. We know and we love them. I don't know who K Fury is, but let's see him.
K Fury, shout out to Carmel Cavendish, is one of my team members, an up and comer. You know, they applied for coaching or for to be coached. So shout out to coaching, but since then they've really been putting in time into learning the game, and I think that they'll have a strong showing here for sure. We've seen a lot of Carmel Cavendish in the top of the leaderboard lately. They're just grinding out, and honestly, they're all beating me, and I'm the captain, so like it's just fun to watch. And then player one, you know, we've seen them in the Discord for so long. You know, they're just a very active member of the community, so I think this will be a close game.
I'd like to see how the time affects this, especially from a player under your tutelage. Hopefully you taught him how to play fast.
I don't know that I'm the fastest, but I think K Fury will have a good showing here. We'll get a prediction going here shortly.
Did Bracket unpin itself from the Twitch chat?
Ooh, I haven't pinned it. I actually haven't done a pin, but
You should probably pin it, yeah.
is it like /pin or something?
No, we've got exclamation point bracket, and then you could probably, someone just did it in chat, you could probably pin the Nightbot message.
Okay. Thank you, chatter, who I haven't seen yet. Pinned.
There we go. That is our bracket. Whoever wins this match will go on to... Oh wow, Super Hider's game actually isn't done yet. Well, it is Super Hider versus Piton, and both of them I imagine play a little bit slow. But getting into this match, we're on Zodiac deck.
I love Zodiac.
That's an interesting... I like it. I love Zodiac.
Hard
I
to
like
make
playing
it
on
go
Zodiac, but I
fast.
think... Yeah, definitely not the deck you want to play in a format where you have to be quick with your shop time, right? And not able to find a flush for K Fury to beat
what
this.
a
Oh my
first
god,
shot.
and having to play two hands instead.
Oops, all
Great.
sixes.
Wow. This is actually a really interesting first shot. We've got points scoring to get us through the first couple of blinds with that clever Joker. That's the 100 chips per straight played. That makes us easy looking for one type of hand, although it is the hardest type of hand to make.
You know, I might have actually held on to that Hermit until I had a little more money. I wouldn't have used it because it was only like a plus, I don't know, a couple dollars. If you hold on to it, you just can get way more money that way. Oh, a polychrome egg.
Hey,
I'm happy to see that.
egg.
That's
I
high.
don't know if I'm happy to see it.
Oh, skip it.
Usually,
Oh, but on Zodiac,
usually
the
I'd be
temperance
okay with
value.
it. But... Yeah, you got to imagine that you got to calculate that you're going to be running into more temperances because you're on Zodiac. Looks like player one misread a queen as a jack and tried to play a straight.
Oh, well, you know, that timer pressure does get to you. Oh, one-shotting the boss blind like a champ, though. That was cool. Okay, you know, we already
And
see
now
a
we see
difference in
why
builds.
those players... Yeah, already a bit of divergence here. No dice for K Fury, selling it to get that polychrome egg. I think that's a great play in the here and now, but that might come back to bite you a lot later on.
Yeah.
Holding onto this dice, I think, probably has a lot of speculative value, but both these players have to think really quickly on their feet since timer doesn't reset between the first boss and the PvP.
Absolutely. I think that K Fury, the times 1.5 is good, but yeah, where K Fury might be in trouble is if we see an 8-ball, if we see Let's Go Gambling, if we see what's another one, Bloodstone certainly.
Yeah,
definitely
Bloodstone.
not good, or just a bunch of lucky cards, honestly, for the plus molt and the econ.
That's what I would mention. And it looks like K Fury's gonna die to this. Yeah, die to the timer, losing a life already.
Oh,
Player
no,
one
K Fury.
skipped that big blind. Player one skipped the
Yeah.
big blind, and that'll also give them a free foil.
I think K Fury is just used to not skipping, but hopefully K Fury can adapt and overcome the timer situation for next ante. But I think K Fury
Yeah,
with
I'm
that
not
extra
sure.
money could win this PvP.
I'm
Ooh,
not
that's
sure
good.
why
Get the
player one is
swash.
also down a life.
Oh,
Swash plus
interesting.
abstract is crazy here, actually. Swash plus abstract definitely guarantees that K Fury's gonna win this
Oh
first
my
PvP
goodness.
blind. But no abstract take. That's fine, I suppose. You have all the swash. You have all the molt you need from the swashbuckler.
Player one needs a needs like 4 aces. That is their best hand, and that's what I'd recommend to any viewers here. Is you always check your hand during PvP to see what your best hand is and to really play it. I mean, I guess if you also get enough straights that include the ace, that wouldn't be half bad either. But K Fury just with their plus molt is going to carry them very convincingly.
Yep, flat molt with even a 1.5x multiplier is still incredibly powerful. We're on to this second real ante of this match. And in player one's swashbuckler turns out to be holographic. I'm not sure how much I value that.
Probably different S-mods versions here. We've seen that
Yeah.
issue before. We may need to implement that in future tournaments, is that all players have the same version of S-mods. We'll see if that ends up being a decisive factor. I think it definitely is earlier on, but we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it'll end up mattering here at the end. I think it could also be because of Wheel of Fortune uses, but I think that might be inconsistent or only on higher stakes. I know we saw that when we ran the first Gold Stakes tournament that Buffoon packs opened up for different editions.
Oh, did player one use a Wheel of Fortune?
I don't know. You see, that's why I'm trying to like keep
Oh.
track of them in my mind. But
Maybe player
It
one
probably
did
is
with
the
dice.
S-mod.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, probably S-mod.
more than likely,
Oh,
the S-mod versions.
Ensu saying player one skipped for a foil tag, or maybe I
Yes,
guess a hollow
foil,
tag.
hollow tag. That's why it's hollow. This
Okay,
time.
that's reassuring.
That's
Oh,
the
there
better
we go. We get
explanation.
the photo. Yeah, K Fury is a little bit ahead in the shop. I wonder if that will carry this PvP.
I think they're exactly on time with each other right now.
I
Actually, they both rolled in.
Yeah, I just saw the photo. So it's neck
Player
and neck.
one might be ahead now too. Showman in this game mode is actually really interesting because it could result in a huge difference in scoring if player one finds like an extra photo or 2 chads back to back. That could be very, very powerful.
For sure. I think, yeah, 2 photos I'm very happy to see. 2 dice I think is a little dubious. Like, it's still good, right? It quadruples your odds, but you definitely want to have some lucky cards at least to make it work if you're going to use 2 Joker slots.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy seeing 2 dice if I'm player one right now. I think all you really need is the 1, although 4 out of 5 to get that plus 20 chance on a 4 of a kind with luckies is a very powerful flat mulch generator.
Yeah, and it turns a 1.33 expected value on those lucky cards into a, what's 4 times? Someone help me with the math. 4 times 1.33, like, I don't know, $6-ish?
Yeah. Around, and there's the Chad.
Oh, the Chad, that's huge.
Player one. Let's see if that Showman starts to pay off.
Oh, that Showman is in a good position to pay off with Photo and Chad being commons. Like, that could be a decisive factor here. That $25,
That could absolutely be.
like if I'm K Fury, I'm holding onto that Fool for dear life to try to get a Temperance doubled, because as soon as you hit a like $40 Temperance, or $36, because we see from this
Triple Fool Arcana pack.
Triple
Fool.
I've never seen
And
that.
nothing good in it.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, no terrible.
Obelisk. There was an obelisk in the shop. I don't know if
Player
either
one's
player
on
could
their
make
last
great
life.
use of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, player one definitely doesn't have the chance to scale it. And it looks like we're just playing
5
5
of a kind with all luckies. That's very interesting. Okay, we see another dice show up for K Fury considering taking it. I might take that just for lucky odds and speculating into better cards.
I I think if I'm K Fury right now, I'm a little bit worried that my flat molt and my 1.5x times molt is going to stop carrying me pretty soon. So I need to find times molt. If I'm K Fury here, I don't actually think I like take that Chad. I think I might actually take the ramen since that is times molt. Oh, and here we go. The showman paid off. We've got a second Chad for player 1.
If K Fury took that dice, that plus molt could get baked into the photo if it was on the first card of the hand. I think that's a consideration. Oh, you're right. Player 1 gets another Chad. That's going to be a times 8. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's just better than what K Fury has right now. And we know player 1 has a lot of those Magic Kings, going to dig down to it. And wow, what a decisive showing from Showman.
Yeah, definitely showing you in this format, Showman has hands and probably shouldn't be slept on. I definitely think taking the Showman was the correct play ultimately. And I think we got the plus 20 proc there. That's a 4 of a kind, 100K scored by player 1. I'm not sure K Fury can match that.
Oh man, I'm really rooting for K Fury here, but
At a plus 20 proc too.
I don't think that K Fury can do it this round at least.
Certainly not this round. And now player 1 is also ahead in the shop since they had such a larger bankroll from losing all those lives before. They had $40 going into this ante, and K Fury only had like what 10. Player 1 was able to roll way further in the shop, get more value out of tarot cards, shortening their deck down to 48 cards. K Fury's not looking great in the long term here.
Oh, level 0
going down to
time.
lives early.
And I think yeah. I mean, really, if you've got dice and 2 retrigger cards, that is just... I can't even calculate how much money that is with a pair of lucky cards, but that is a lot of cash.
It's effectively 6 rolls on those lucky cards, so...
Yeah, 6 lucky rolls times 2. So that's a lot. That's 12 times 1.33.
No, the Chads, it's 1 re-trigger for each card first, so that's 2, and then the Chads re-trigger the cards once each, so that's 2 plus 2 plus 2, so 6.
Yeah.
Only from the Chad. Passing up business card, I think that would have been a potential time to get out of Showman, but I think player 1's very greedy here. Definitely wants to go for another photo, and I can't say he's wrong.
Oh, Temperance, $44 Temperance. Let's go.
Wow.
Come on,
That is K Fury's
find a-
win condition here.
Yeah. Might go for
K
True.
Fury's banking that they get more money. I think going for Troubadour makes sense here. You're not actually playing a large quantity of hands. You're really just searching for the perfect hand to play for both these players. They both want value out of those magicians.
And to just,
More
on this
Temperance
format,
value.
finding your best hand very quickly. Oh, another Temperance. Gonna allow
Even
for
more Temperance.
so much money to reroll deep. Oh, another Temperance and another Fool. Let's go,
Yeah.
K-Fury. Let's go.
But you gotta ask yourself, is it worth spending all this time in the shop? While K Fury was doing that, player 1 got past both the small blind and the big blind. And now K Fury's really only gonna have a minute to play
Go
into
quickly,
the boss blind.
K-Fury. I
You gotta
guess
stop dilly-dallying.
that's a little bit better than the Trube. We see a...
There's ramen.
Oh, Death. Okay, big. Do we have any... I know we have Glass. I don't know if... Oh, but man, you're right. So much time. We don't want K-Fury to die to small blind.
And instead, we're deathing non-enhanced kings. This is not something that you want to do.
K-Fury just in a
All
hurry
right,
trying to
50K.
get out. You gotta go
If
fast
K-Fury
with
can
the
play
Zodiac
multiple
deck.
of those. Zodiac deck definitely putting us behind on time. Can you play with your resources, K-Fury?
I think if I'm K-Fury
you
at this
finish this
point, I'm
one?
just sacking a life to this timer so that I can really optimize this shop, because if...
But
I mean,
that puts you on the last life going into the boss fight. Are you confident that you can beat 130k from player 1?
but I just like... I mean, maybe if you skip here. Yeah, okay. Oh, you gotta skip.
Oh my
You gotta
gosh.
skip.
I think K-Fury knows that they should have skipped. K-Fury knows. Unfortunate.
Well,
Now, 1, this will be the last showdown.
Now you got to really take your time to make sure that you can put them away. Like you only have one shop to optimize your hand as much as possible, but that level 4 straight is pretty respectable here. Just not as strong as a ×8 from player 1.
50k per hand. If player one's only playing one big hand, then maybe K Fury has a shot to play 3 straights. But then again, you got to ask yourself, can I find 3 straights? And that question is hardly ever answered correctly.
Okay, both players playing into a lot of kings. Player one does have notably more magic kings. Will one tarot make a difference in a 53 card hand? You know, I think normally I would take that purple seal, but we're in a last life situation. I can understand not taking it.
There's simply no point anymore. Getting 1 extra tarot card mid-round, best it could be would be a death maybe for that glass card. Instead, we're generating a strength, another fool from the shop.
Well, I would like
Fury.
holding on to the fool in case there's a temperance. I hope that K Fury doesn't get punished. Loyalty card, not enough time to set it up on last life.
Too late.
Otherwise, that would have been so good. Don't sell that. Don't sell that. That's your
It's
swash.
the egg. It's the egg.
No! The swash is dead
And
now.
it sacrifices it all. Swash is completely useless. K Fury's got to hope that he finds 2 good jokers
Those
very
rerolls
quickly.
are so expensive. You can't. You can't.
What did
Oh,
it cost us?
that-
Everything. What did it buy us? Nothing.
Oh no, yeah, rip K Fury. Sorry, bud, but that is GG's. This format is just not very forgiving, and that's just unfortunate. They did not have time to get it off.
Choke.
Choke. It's okay.
That's an
Happens
apt
to
way
the
to
best of
describe
us.
it. It's understandable. And player one was actually hedging their bets here. Player one smuggled in 2 chariots. This is a 4 of a kind with, 3 times on the bench backing it up? That's a 386k hand. There was no way K Fury was beating that.
Yeah, this will be GG's, and you know what? That's okay. You know, I think you just learn from it, and you can always sign up for a second tournament in this format. You could try for NA, try for PA. I think with that experience under your belt on this format, you can definitely apply that to a different tournament and come back really strong.
Absolutely. This is a very unique rule set for a tournament. So making those incorrect decisions, that's kind of what we're banking on seeing from people here. All right. Nobody knows how to play the format perfectly yet. But player one putting on a great show and kind of teaching me how valuable I think showman might be in this format. Finding commons as your win condition is a very good strategy here.
K Fury saying that this was very stressful. Yeah, it do be like that.
It certainly does. It certainly does.
Wow.
I think really what killed K Fury there was running down their timers so much at the first shop there, getting that huge balance, but using so much time to get there. That's just unfortunate.
Oh, this is the point of the game though today.
All right. Let's see.
Next match.
Next match. Okay, we got Clust here and Prodigy. I think that could be a good one. I'm going to ask them for their links.
That does sound nice. Are they already playing, or did they just start?
They're like just starting.
Okay, that'll be good to see.
Oh gosh. This is a fun mode. This is a very fun game.
It is so good from a content.
Oh, we probably have enough time to actually make people do best of threes.
I've been really enjoying this. I am very glad I did this.
Balatro.
The speed lot for oh gosh, I'm excited for an A tournament.
That's gonna be really cool when people know how to play this better. I do want to see what type of weird meta strats we're gonna see.
This is
We can't, and you know the best part of this is that we can't see any stalling. We can't have anyone get mad about stalling
That's
for
right.
Let's Go
that's the
Gambling.
way to solve stalling. That's the way to solve stalling.
Yeah.
Let's go gambling. That's the way to solve penny pincher. That's the way to solve everything.
Yo, let's just. Why don't we just always do speed tournaments? Like that could just be a
Real.
new norm.
You know what?
This is what they've been asking for in the side discords for like years now. Okay.
Okay, you got the links. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. We'll get those up here shortly, folks. Got Prodigy.
Man, this is like, you gotta think on your toes. I did allow Saturn here because, you know, I did allow Saturn, and like we thought in the thinking room that, like, you know, hey, you're allowing Saturn, you're allowing 16x. There's no way people are gonna lose lives to this, and yet they do.
Well,
And yet they do.
I was gonna
And
say
yet it's
the-
not that much time that you think it is.
yeah. Look, saving times on animation gives you like maybe 5 seconds. You know, throughout the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's
But
not
you
like
spend
it's-
so much time thinking about like what to buy in the shop. That's just the unfortunate part. You spend so much time thinking about just how to do your build.
So is Saturn
That's
a
where all your
speed
time really
mod?
comes from. Yes, that's the one that allows you to go
I
to
haven't even
16x,
It's
seen-
right?
the mod that I'm allowed.
Like Ian didn't
Yes,
have
you're
Saturn.
allowed to go 6. You're allowed to have 16x, and you're allowed to have no animations.
That's
Yes.
Like,
I
the
think we've
game-
seen no
like, the game
animation for that last
itself-
match.
The game itself is going super fast, and like, this is the point that, like, you have 147 to think, and it's not a lot of time because this is the only time you have to actually think. You have to plan out your whole build. You have to win this entire PvP. You have to do so much.
I can't get
You
Prodigies
actually
to
so
work.
much.
Lava, do you know a way I could get Prodigy's link to work? It's just not coming up yet. Maybe ask him to do a new link.
Would you be okay with getting Phantom in here to do some commentary with you?
Oh, that would be fine. I don't think I've ever
Yes.
commentated
Yeah.
with Phantom, so that's cool.
Yes, that'll be good to see. I think Phantom will have some choice words for the format, and I'll let you handle the first match with him. And if you get tired, I can sub in for you.
All right, that should work. I'm down to do whatever we gotta do here. So yeah. Okay, Prodigy's link's still not coming up.
Okay, Melon, you have to do some major explaining.
I think Melon always has to do some explaining. Okay, that's
That's fair. That's
the
fair.
constant existence of Melon. Okay. And we are now joined by Phantom, a recent playoffs game winner. How are you feeling, Phantom?
I'm feeling good. I'm very glad I didn't go to game 3 because I've been going since 9:30 and that was the end of game 2.
Oof.
The second game, I think we went to last life each on both of our games. So like very close match. Like it was a 2-0, but like it was close, you know? The very last one, I was down 4-1 and hit him with the reverse 4-0. So that felt good, but it was very long.
I hate those matches because they take forever, and you're on like a knife's edge the whole time.
Yeah. But it feels good to win them, you know?
It does feel good to win. This next match we're gonna have up, if Prodigy can get their stream links to work for us, we're gonna be looking at Prodigy versus Clust for the speed tourney.
Who's the one who's doing the stream?
That would be me.
Ton Spicy is streaming, and you'll also be commentating the game with him. So
Okay. I think what the problem is, I've had it happen when I did Video Ninja, is it's supposed to be like view instead of something. So
Oh,
if you
view
look at the
instead
link-
of push. Well, I tried
view and-
switching.
It is you. It is a view link. It is a view link.
Okay. Well then, not the same problem I've had, but it was worth a try.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that's like one of the things like people sometimes tend to push instead of
Do we
do.
just have Clus do full screen, or do we just switch to a different one? I think maybe we just switch.
Switch to a different one if they can't get it working. We don't want to hold them up too long.
Okay,
I mean, they're gonna be
so
fast games, right? So
So
Alright.
Turwaz match.
I'm gonna
we-
try to
we
get
can
Startoad.
to
Startoad. Startoad's gonna be easy. This.
Oh,
Yeah, he is-
I asked
Startoad
for a
versus
different
Turwaz,
match.
that's-
I asked for a different match, but
Oh,
that's
I'm
fine
sorry.
as well. You know
Yeah.
what? Whoever sends the links first, that's what we do here.
Let's go.
another speed run.
Speedrun. Whoever
Speedrun
sends the
mid-set.
links first. Speedrun the
real.
video.
It's so real. This is the speedrun day.
This is the speedrun. We're speedrunning. I've been freaking having to speedrun to my house.
I'm speedrunning this stream setup. Okay, it looks like Startoad is on board with the VDO. I think they'll be very interesting to watch because they are notably the fastest player in this game. A lot of experience in the speedrunning community. Honestly, probably my favorite for this tournament, just because of the format.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you were a former speedrunner of the game, like, I mean, maybe even current speedrunner, I just knew they did speedrunning. Like, this is your game.
Oh yeah. And Phantom, what do you think
Let's
of
just
this
say-
format? Are you gonna play in one of the upcoming tourneys?
I'm not planning to. If anything, maybe I'll play tomorrow, the NA one, but just for fun. I decided, like, I didn't super care about playing today because if you know me, you know that I'm probably one of the slowest players of the game. I think maybe Sizak
Yeah.
is the only one slower.
Well, you know,
I know
thoughtful.
Isaac is like. Isaac is very, very slow. I know.
Yeah. And so when you take my like slow methodical gameplay and you're like, all right, 140 seconds, good luck. I don't know how I'll do. So I'm thinking about maybe doing it tomorrow, but the fact that I wasn't able to do it in my playoff
And
like coincided, I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah, I feel that. I rely a lot on your calculator, Phantom, so I would be definitely behind on the timer.
You don't got time to calculate. Not in
Not
this
at all.
tournament. Send it and hope. That's all you got time for.
Go off vibes. That's what Jomo does. Jomo is just like, you know what? This is vibes. I'm going to send it. So, respect. We got a lot of
Yeah.
people shouting out Streamer PC. I don't know what that means, but shout out to Streamer's PC.
I think it's just because the videos aren't working. I don't think it's Hot and Spicy's PC though.
I'm gonna ping Cass so he removes the veto from tournaments, and it's annoying.
I thought he did that.
Oh gosh.
Okay, we got
I think
our
it'd be
links
funny if
trying
you
to
could
set this
veto
up.
in tournaments, and then like some really good white stick players like dropped a stone before a tournament. That'd be really funny, but definitely not intentional. So I understand why we don't do it. But, like
Links.
imagine Ian
Got
just,
links.
Like, dropping the stones so we can veto everyone. Startoad's here, but now Terzwaz is gone.
Alters was. Come on, I hope this works. What is up with the video links today? Get Turwaz. Oh, there we go. Good to go, folks. This is exciting.
Oh yeah, we have a match.
Okay.
I do know that
Let's go.
Startoad is planning to play their playoff match against Ian once both of them are out of this tournament. So
Oh, the playoffs. Oh,
So
how
who
did
wins
how
this,
did yours go, Phantom? I couldn't watch it, but how was it?
I won 2-0. Game one we went to like green stake.
Oh,
Was it red deck? I don't even remember.
who
some, like,
was your
default looking
opponent
deck.
there?
Kozak.
Oh, Kozak. Yeah, I did have you 2-0. But yeah, that's great for my bracket. But glad to
Pretty
hear it.
cool. Yeah, it was very close. I won 2-0, but I think we went down to both lives. We went down to 1 life each for both of them.
Oh dang,
But
yeah,
we don't
Kozak
have
is
time
really
to talk
strong.
about that. They're already done with the small blind.
Oh, huge. Yeah, Startoad speeding through. I mean, Turwaz also, I mean, technically ahead here.
Turwaz ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, both of them picking up Penny Pincher.
Bloodstone
Speed through these
early.
blinds. Handy and or
better mouse are pretty much required for this. I mean, StarToad isn't actually doing it, but I'm sure they speedrun without it, so I'm sure they're used to it.
Yeah.
Also ending up with the Bloodstone that I believe Turwaz will see soon. Turwaz already died to a blind with only Petty Pitcher.
Wait, how? Oh my goodness, how do you die to a blind already? I
What the
mean,
heck?
yikes. On yellow
Playing
deck.
too fast, that's what happened.
Oh no. Yeah, I guess that speed can get to you. We've seen that happen. Maybe
I gotta
going for
play, and
familiar
then you
here.
Don't know if it'll win, and apparently doesn't. Turwaz able to be the next blind with that Bloodstone though. StarToad down to $0, but does have that Bloodstone in the Chaos Clown.
Let's see, what do we got? Chariot for Turwaz. Are we going to see a sun here? Oh, we do see a sun. I think that could be good to set it up. I mean, Death also a strong option.
Might use the
Magician.
Sun, there's also Death. Magician is what they choose to do. Chaos here again.
Okay, I like
They
the
cannot afford-
Smiley, but selling the Pincher might have not provided as much value as selling Chaos a Clown in the long run. Okay, we do see the Hanging Chad. Oh,
only have a-
skipping the Hanging Chad. What are we doing?
He only had $3.
Oh no! I mean, you gotta sell Chaos for it or something with that. With your setup here, it just goes so well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but when you see 40 seconds left in that timer,
You just
you
gotta
maybe
go
make some
for it, I
misplays.
guess. Mime,
gotta do
mime a
something.
consideration.
They start off taking the Mime instead of the Clown, grabbing the extra hand voucher, and then going next. They made it to PvP with 20 seconds remaining. Turwaz looking at something in the collection. Okay. Perhaps checking for skips.
Ooh.
Alright, this is the only place you can actually breathe if you're in the PvP.
That's what you gotta. Oh,
Turwaz is sad
Turwaz
that he
malding
did it
over that. Oof.
Playing too fast, lost a life to a blind, and wasn't able to get the Chad. So I believe, unless Bloodstone betrays StarToad, that they're gonna win this one.
Yeah, I just don't really see an out with that. With that
With
retrigger.
the Chad.
And they do take the first
Yep,
one.
StarToad taking the first one, and that is very relevant because Turwaz had also already lost a life to a blind.
All right.
Polychrome Baseball and an Acrobat for Turwaz.
Oh,
StarToad perhaps
interesting.
haven't seen those yet.
Yeah, I mean, StarToad should run into those soon, but that will, I mean, guarantee that Turwaz at least gets through the blinds here. Okay, Turwaz actually doing really good on time. Already past the big blind with 100 seconds to go. StarToad, you know, making use of a time that they have. You see a Chariot, which is good with the Mime, but going for
Baron and a
Empress.
Bird Joker,
Oh, Baron.
which are a
Oh.
combo with that high card level.
You know, I wonder if StarToad
Possibly
will
the Baron.
play into the Baron or not.
Especially because StarToad picked up the Mime.
Yeah. What do you think? If this is your game, would you pick up the Baron, given the format, given, you know, just the cards you got?
I think I probably would. Like, I just see Baron Mime, and I have 20 seconds to think about it. I'm like, all right, pick up Baron Mime, you know?
Yeah, you know, you got room
Especially
for it.
you're up
for
4
sure.
lives to 2. You have time to figure out how to make Baron Mime work. That Burn Joker, you can get that high card level every round, and it beats whatever else shows up.
Yeah, just too strong to give up. But Turwaz, notably not having the Mime. But if Turwaz did, that would make him very strong for this PvP.
Yep, I mean, Turwaz is in pretty good shape, minus the Chad, but he does have a Polychrome Baseball, giving lots of points, and this Acrobat.
Yeah, it's like a
StarToad was not
times.
able to find the Baron before this PvP, so
It could come down to
gonna be-
Bloodstone procs on the last hand.
yeah.
Because Turwaz does have at times like 3-ish, like what's 1.5 times 2.25, whatever, from the baseball card. But, you know, not
Mhm.
having Chad, we'll see how that works out.
I mean, the baseball is basically 3 guaranteed Bloodstone hits, because there's 2 uncommons and it's Polychrome, so that's
Yeah.
like mathematically better than Chad, because Chad's only 2 Bloodstone hits, maybe. But the
Yeah.
only difference is that it could provide more smiley face value, so I think it's close to evening out. The only difference here is the Mime and the Baron,
True.
as far as that scoring goes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if StarToad draws the steal or if Turwaz has kings in hand. It'll be a close PvP. What is Turwaz doing
Do you know
here?
if StarToad has steals?
I know. I thought StarToad had one. No, StarToad actually ran into Chariot, but ended up taking the Empress instead. So I don't know that StarToad has any steals. Toad is dead. What are you saying there, Turwaz?
Turwaz with the MS Paint calling out StarToad.
What is with this stalling, folks?
And no one's playing. Maybe they're talking in the chat. I don't know.
Oh,
what's
that's gotta
happening.
be it. All right,
I feel
well,
like someone would be playing here.
building up the suspense, I guess. Let's see if they're ready to play. And maybe they're protesting for an in-game PvP timer, and that's why we're seeing this. Well, in the meantime, let's look at what we got in the chat.
Is something happening there? Oh,
Y'all's laptops seem to be overheating from all this hype. StarToad playing with the animations. Yeah, I mean the animations definitely take longer. All right. Any second now, we should see the game continuing.
yep. And I believe perhaps StarToad is like, I don't need that advantage, or are they trying to turn it on right now?
Oh, okay. I am informed from the chat here. StarToad has to do something really quick around the house. So StarToad had to do a quick AFK, and Turwaz is respecting that and entertaining us with Microsoft Paint in the meantime.
Yes. Respecting the stall, but not respecting StarToad.
You know, we are already on round 3. I feel like we'd barely be on round 2 at this point in any other tournament. Like, I just have more energy, honestly, as a commentator from how this has been going.
Yo, guys, what's up? How's the game going so far?
Ryder. StarToad is up 2 lives. So StarToad's 4, Turwaz is 2. They died to a blind early, and they lost first PvP. I think they had to go do something, so Turwaz is waiting for them.
Okay, that's cool. Let's see how the bracket's going so far. This is the one thing I like about the Speed Balatro tournament is rounds go by pretty quickly. The stream is gonna be probably less than 2 hours. It's a miracle for once, considering it always goes above 4.
That's crazy.
How did your
Genuinely
game
is.
go, Super Hider?
My first game was against Patan, which is a very, very rough first opponent.
Strong
Very, very
opponent, yeah.
strong player. Luckily enough, I was able to pull through, picking up an Eternal Chaos
Wow.
round 1. Yeah, and we just kind of went through, and it turns out Patan ended up filling up all his slots with Eternal Jokers, and I had 1 spare slot, which I was able to slap in Fibonacci, and playing a flush 5 vase was enough to win it. So it was a very, very close game,
impressive.
though. Both last life. And then I ended up
still
losing
more
next
games to
game to LBB, which is, you know, a fellow Lemon Legender, so I can't be too mad, but he had me out 4-1 and then brought me down I brought him back down to last life, but unfortunately enough, I drew my final card of my deck, and it wasn't a spade or a club, so Black Border wasn't able to be active.
All right,
That's
we're
just
back.
Balatro.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
here we
happens,
go.
but- team kills are always the worst, but also, you know, you're happy that at least one of you is moving on, you know?
Yeah, at least he'll be able to carry the torch. That's the mentality that you want to go for.
Exactly. Okay, Turwaz deciding to play their hands while waiting for StarToad, I believe.
So while
They
we're
have
Yeah,
a
oh,
Heart
a
Flush with
Baron
2
build.
things
I
in
was actually talking about this with Hot and Spicy before the game. Baron builds are going to be quite scary to set up. Actually, it should be quick enough. Usually the time constraint is quite quick. Playing these games, they go by fast. The timer always running is so scary. Just a big guillotine hanging over your neck, ready to drop at any second.
and Turwaz has actually played really well into the timer, and StarToad, of course. You know, like, I think that both players have played fast enough to keep up, but Turwaz not picking up the mime has really hurt them, and also not picking up the Chad. But, I mean, it's definitely anyone's game in the PvP as long as their last hand. It'll really just come down to whoever has the best acro hand.
Oh, really? How are the kings doing?
least
Have
for
we
the
made a lot of kings yet for both players? Or are we still kind of just going off the base yellow
No,
deck
this is-
kings?
Yeah, this is the very beginning of the game. If anything, they've added cards.
Fair. So we're both players looking for extreme deck fixing right now to get these barons active.
Mhm. Yeah, I think
But-
especially Startoad will be because they have yet to find the Baron. I think they're 1 or 2 rerolls away from it. Whereas
Oh, they
Turwaz
also have the
found
mime?
Baron, but passed on the mime beforehand.
Oh, no. That's not good. That is going to be the easiest sell for Hanging Chat I think I've ever seen in my life. Or probably Smiley Face. Smiley Face just probably goes here if
Yeah.
you're Startoad and you find Baron.
Yep. Something interesting is that in the shop there was Baron and then Burn Joker right next to each other. So perhaps they could even sell the Chad and the Smiley and take both. Get up that high card level. But we'll
That's
see what
actually
Startoad
really
wants to do.
smart. Well, that's a really, really good
Yeah.
idea.
It's interesting because we have the time to think about it, but
They don't.
Startoad will not. Startoad's gotta make a split second decision and be like, am I taking Baron? Am I taking Bird?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever
I
you
suppose if you
choose.
see both of them, they're both very synergetic. If you see them
And you
both
have
on the
mine.
same shop, it's probably going to be a very, very easy take for probably both, because Startoad is a really good player. I'd be surprised if seeing Burnt and Baron in the same shop, he doesn't just decide to pick up both.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting.
This is
enough,
where
Turwaz
experience
didn't
comes in.
take The Bird Joker. Perhaps just try to be able to win this PvP. Since they're down 4 lives to 2, they need that extra scoring, and Bird Joker may not provide the scoring that they were actually needing.
Especially early on in the game where no one has levels in the high cards. Starting to scale that up. Especially Startoad's 4 lives is like to deal with.
Mhm.
Lives are like money in this game. They are very,
lives are
very good.
resource.
So this game is looking way more in Startoad's favor as soon as Mr. Baron decides to show up and spice up the party. He must be getting given out to. Or probably forced to eat their dinner. One of the two.
I'll hand it over to you, Super Hider, for a bit. I'm just going to give myself a break as I do have 2 tournaments
Yeah.
to commentate. I'm excited, and this is great, but I will just let you take over for a bit.
Wonderful, I'll take over. I did indeed say that I would carry on your torch now that I was knocked out. I told you it'd be quick.
That's right.
That's speed Balatro for you.
Either way, it'll be quick, right? That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, Phantom. Speaking of which, do you want to plug your podcast? Because I think that this is everyone in chat should know about it because it is very, very good.
Yes.
should 100% plug it.
Myself and Sizak, we have a Balatro multiplayer podcast. I think it's just called Balatro Multiplayer Podcast. You look it up on YouTube. The things links in the content section. Right now we only have 1 episode out. We tried to record a second one, but there's technical difficulties, so I think that one got scrapped. But we're recording another episode later tonight. It'll actually be with Startoad and Pizza Power. We're going to talk about the timer. So, very relevant conversation is, hey, should there be a timer? How long should it be? What's the nature of the timer? What kind of gameplay does it lead to? That's going to be the topic of our next podcast episode.
Just give us a little taste test. What is your opinion on the timer right now for Speed Latro?
For Speed Latro or general gameplay?
I'd say for Speed
Latro.
Latro. We'll talk about the tournament. We'll talk about this tournament and
Yeah.
the game so far you've seen. What is the big difference between play styles besides, having to just play faster?
I feel like you just don't have time to make careful decisions. You just have to make a decision as fast as you possibly can, and then you have to live with that decision. That's what I think is the main difference. Yeah, so basically, it just comes down to you see a good Joker, you take it, and you hope it works out. So it's like, all right, we see Bloodstone, we take Bloodstone. We see Mime, we take Mime. You don't have time to be like, well, should I take Mime or this thing? It's like, you pick one and take it and hope it's good. So you don't have
Yeah,
time to
no.
think about it.
Especially, I was doing a little bit of a strat earlier with loyalty card. What I would do is I'd only play one blind and I'd skip the other, just so I have enough time to get my loyalty tag online, or loyalty card online, and then
No, it's
have it
lined up.
set up for the PvP, so I don't have to worry about it like all the
Yeah,
time.
'cause those
I
take
was
time
like,
to think
less
about it.
stuff I have to worry about, the better.
This is very interesting because Starto's going to be going down to $0 because Polychrome Burn Joker. The next thing in the shop, I believe, is that Baron and the Burn Joker we talked about. So perhaps they might be too poor to be able to take both without selling out of most of their Jokers.
That would be extremely unfortunate, being too broke to be able to
because
pick
the
up the
blind
perfect
gives no
combo.
reward. They might be too poor, but they have to get the Baron, right?
You have to. There's no way you don't pick it up. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just, especially with mime, like you're forced to.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm interested to see how Starter reacts to seeing this in the shop, if I'm not mistaken about where they are in the queue.
We might even pretend. No,
All
we're
right,
not.
I was
we
wrong.
still
It's the
reached
next
yet.
shop. So maybe they'll have enough money. Especially
Hopefully,
with the gold card in
hopefully.
hand and this mime giving them extra money from that gold card.
And this is green stake, so not the
Mhm.
worst. Not, it really
Yeah,
doesn't
it's not
change
the worst.
anything. All the thing does start like lowers your econ a little bit from not being able to get anything off that small blind.
Something that is relevant is that there is higher scaling. So you can't just throw out anything. Like you actually have to have a good hand to be able to beat it.
There was. He's
Are they
fucked. He's
losing
gonna
life
lose a
to
life.
blind?
He's gonna lose a life to a blind. That is so
Ooh,
unfortunate.
That's the second life Turwas has lost to a blind. He's down on 1.
And that's
So
why
definitely does not
Baron
have a
is.
second.
You should be focusing on your bloodstone right now. Baron is not gonna help you through these early rounds, especially when you have
No.
0 kings with no
Especially when you don't have the
steal,
mime.
literally nothing. You
Dark
are.
Cloud probably gonna need some bloodstone hits to make it through here. Let's see.
We're gonna get them. Don't worry. Always
Yeah,
believe in the
I think we got
bloodstone.
enough. Yeah.
Just a smidge.
Dark Cloud makes it through. Turwas down to 1.
Picking up a sun card though, so hopefully we don't die to any more blinds.
Yes, of course not.
But we're going into the PvP on last life. This could be a
It
very
hits
quick
diamonds.
game if we come across the Baron, but I don't think we are. I think we're gonna see it in
No,
the
I don't
next
think so.
ante. That's just really
Yeah, they're
economy
the
for
next
us.
ante.
Turwas
Yeah,
has just had a
and-
way better economy, but not been able to
I'm
pick
not
up
sure
the right
it's been better
jokers.
economy. I think it's been you lost more lives, so you get the comeback money. You lost
It's
2
okay.
lives blind, so that is the reroll money right there.
Yep, that's the point. It was all intentional.
Yes, yes. Sack lives for econ.
Yeah,
Not
sack
a
lives to
recommended
get
strategy, It does
minimum
technically work.
$25. Because if Starter doesn't even see the Baron here, it's gonna be very, very funny.
That would be funny. Keeping the mime, they don't even see the Baron and they just win the game anyway.
Yeah,
It'd be funny to tell them, for like, hey, you're one reroll away from a Baron, by the way.
Baron and a Burnt, the perfect combo
Yeah.
tools.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
They
you
are
could
gonna be able to
want.
find a flush on this last hand. They put the mold card first. Turwas, a very
forced.
similar setup, but instead of the Chad, they have the smiley face. So let's see if they can pull off more than 71k.
Oh, 71k is like a good few Bloodstone hits. That is very, very nice.
Yeah, it was a very fortunate amount of Bloodstone hits.
Compared to last blinds, like this is just way
Turwas
better.
does have a Death card and a Sun card, so perhaps they can get a flush 5, or they can get a flush 5. They have enough kings, and they have the Death, so we can be able to even keep a king in hand for that Baron. This might be enough to take it.
Let's just wait and see. All depends on the Bloodstone. Bloodstone, be kind. Bloodstone, be kind. Are we gonna try risk it without using the death?
It
That
depends on
is very,
Bloodstone.
very risky.
They need 2. And they have no Chad. They're just playing it, and they did it. They saving the Death for a emergency situation, I guess. There it is. There's the Baron for Startoad with the Burn Joker.
And we've
Are
got
we gonna
enough
take
money.
both?
So this
Yep.
is very, very good. We are maybe losing the life there for Startoad was the play. Lose a life for economy so you're able to afford your Baron and Burn Joker.
I mean, if you don't lose a life there, you win the game. So of course
Yeah,
that wasn't
Startoad
ideal.
cannot be thinking about this.
But
So-
here we
oh, we're
are.
gonna sell. Ooh.
They're taking both.
Inter-
That was what I expected to happen, but it is very interesting to see that this is where this game's going, especially when there's only 3 lives total between the players, so maximum of 2 PvPs will be done. The Burn Joker can get, I think, a maximum of like 6 levels before the game is over.
Which will be plenty. This should be more than
It's
enough
very,
to
it's
beat
very
Turwas.
relevant with that Baron Mime. Might as well
This is
score
like a
1900.
perfect synergy. 100%. This is my ideal Baron lineup. I would not want anything else. But we still might lose a life to the blind if
We have the Acrobat, so it's an X3.
okay, we should be fine
We
here.
do another king, and we have the Molt, the base
Oh,
Molt
there
for
we
the
go.
bear.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
So I believe we should make it out of here.
And he's gonna get stronger after every blind. Startoad locked in after the short intermission break.
Death for another king. That's really relevant for Startoad because they just need kings. That's pretty much all they're lacking is a perfect amount of kings for the deck. They accidentally discarded a pair instead of a high card, playing
That's
too
just happens
fast.
when you're playing
perhaps.
fast.
Yeah, but with 50 seconds to make it through the whole blind, and they don't have the animation canceling, like this Baron Mime takes a while to score. So
Yeah,
They just gotta
Saturn
play.
really, really needed for a Baron build because this is a little bit frightening, a little bit scary. Was it some 4 times X game speed for Started? Just right using it regularly?
I'm not sure.
We'll
Whatever it
see.
is, it's not fast enough.
Yeah, it is not. But this should be
The
easy enough
final
to clear the
hand, they
blind.
make it in the shop with about 20 seconds left. They do survive, and let's see.
Are we gonna be able to pick up any Coltaros?
Decide.
Nice little pack opening. Oh, perfect! Another king.
Don't have time
Yeah.
to attack the animations, and here we are.
Potentially the final round.
Potentially.
Well-
Let's see what happens.
Turwas does have a
Must-
strength, so we can get 2 more kings up in here. But I don't even think you're
He
gonna be
also
wanting
has
to play
Blast,
for
also
Baron
has
anymore.
Kings, but they are not hearts.
Don't forget, Turwas' high card is only at level 1. We probably have more of a chance just going for a flush 5.
Yeah, I
Or
believe
for
we're not going
King.
for high card on Turwaz's side, since you don't have the mime.
Yeah.
The Star Toad, able to get almost a full hand of kings.
This is.
This is going to be a
ooh.
lot of points, and they're even going to have that
Yeah.
+4 Molt Jack as the very last hand. With that
That
Acrobat,
is-
should be a lot of points. Let's see if Turwaz has it in him to beat that, but I'm not sure if they do.
Looking at Turwas' deck and what he's gonna play potentially for his last hand, this glass could be good enough, but is it gonna be better than the mime? Oh, it could potentially be if the look
lucky
if
card.
all we gotta get is 1 hit and we are able to keep on living.
Let's
but
see what
Star
is Star
Toad is
Toad
gonna
going to
make
score
it
in this
very
last hand. It's going to be
difficult.
really big. 500k.
We need everything. We need every single thing to hit for Turwas
Mhm.
here. If you even want to potentially keep this game going.
Yes, you need a lucky hit and both Bloodstone procs. 1 in 5 followed by 2 1 and 2s. That's not impossible. That's a 1 in 20. They didn't get it. They lose the game.
And that is GG. Startoad going on to the next round up against LBD himself. The guy who beat me.
Mm-hmm. And where are we
So-
at in the tournament? Is this round 4?
We're on round 4. We're making progress. We are going.
Mhm. How many
We've already got our
rounds
first
are left?
semifinalists.
I'm going to pull up the bracket myself.
Of course, yeah. I've got a name here I haven't seen before. Abdullah Master.
Let me
Going
see, let me see.
through the bracket. Yeah, it was got a buy in round 1. So round 2 up
There it
against
is.
A90, Bet Dan, and then Lazy Dino, then Frank the Slim, and now going into semifinals. This
We're
is
on round 4.
Currently,
interesting.
Abby Lai is number 16 on the leaderboard right now.
I mean, they're the 5
Ooh.
seed, so they've
Yeah.
been playing, I guess.
They've been gaining.
Ian is also still in. Melon.
Out of everyone who's left, who do we think has the best shot of taking this? Obviously, I think a lot of people think Ian's the fan favorite here, but I gotta say that I think Melon could definitely pull this out if they keep winning.
Yeah, no, I'm liking Melon as well. Melon has always been slept on, but they've ever since round 1, it's just been win, win, win. And now they're up against Ferdy MKM, who's also been on a bit of a roll. Who the hell is Devlin XX? I recognize that name before.
Oh, they've played in a couple of tourneys. They've been around.
Yeah, they've been playing for a while, so it's.
I believe they got
they've
to a finals. They got to a finals once against.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I
against
remember. that as
Kazakh,
well.
I think against Kazakh. Sometime like 6 weeks ago, man. It was a long time ago at this point. But yeah, no,
Wait.
Devlin we've seen before.
Yep. And I think if you're asking me, my favorite to win is Startoad.
Okay,
They just
that's
have
true.
such experience with that speed running, and I feel like that's so relevant in this. That quick decision making, the ability just to like score as much as you need very, very fast. They're very practiced at that, and so if you said, "Hey, who are you betting to win?" I'm betting Startoad.
I think
But
I'm
again,
I'm
any of those
definitely
players you mentioned, they could also take it.
I'm betting on a Startoad Melon finals is what I would say. I think both of them are uniquely set to play well in this format because they're both, apes, and they don't like using their brains, and they are able to think on
Does
their
Melon have a
toes because
background
of
in
that.
speedrunning, or is it just? he
That's
plays
just all
fast?
Oh,
bullshit.
Melon's just part of the cohort of people who want the timer to be like 6 seconds. That's
So if anything, Mel is just playing regularly. He's not even, he probably doesn't even know the timer.
He's still waiting in PvP, bro. He's like, can I start a timer? Like,
He's like trying to press
made
the
it first,
timer
but I
button
make it
after
double
reaching
speed.
PvP.
I'm very certain that they haven't changed their play styles at all. I think they're just playing like this is regular Balatro. All right, that's
Yeah, I think in discussions before, they were trying to say, like, yeah, like, I don't know why we're having Saturn. Like, you should definitely be able to make it fun, even without it.
they do not
you're just playing
understand.
too fast, bro.
I got to admit though, the very first like 2 antis are the scariest, considering you have to make your way
Yeah.
to 2.
Oh yeah,
2 whole antes,
All
in
antes.
147. I'm surprised
With
it's not bigger,
147
but
seconds.
it's
I thought it
entertaining to
would've
watch
been
at
bad.
least.
it's really fun to watch that sprint to the first PvP blind.
And it can cause misplays, like we saw Turwaz wasn't able to pick up that Chad because they had to play so fast to be able to even make it through.
Mm-hmm. And it also causes really interesting interesting early plays that you would really never see anywhere else. Like we saw earlier before those games, we saw a Showman pick up as like the second or third Joker for somebody, and then it ended up paying off with 2 quick Chads and 2 quick 1 quick photograph. It was crazy.
We're in the game.
go.
We gotta start commentating before the AT's done.
Oh yeah, it's gonna speed on by. So both players looking for, what is Prodigy looking for? The heart flush? Unfortunately enough, just
Yes.
not being able to find it. That's a really unfortunate. But
Prodigy not
Go
even
My
having-
Balatro getting the first one hand, one win straight into the
Yep.
shop.
Prodigy needed to use 2 hands, which is unfortunate. There's an Immolate in the pack that helps with some good early econ. Looks like both players are doing the exact same things. Using that Judgment, taking the Immolate, opening the pack, probably taking the same popcorn. There it is.
Yeah, and the popcorn is gonna make winning these early blinds a lot easier. So they're both players are
Even
gonna
that
be
two players
pretty.
scoring 1200, so
Yeah.
both players can be able to do fine until it starts to go away. There's a Polychrome Gold Seal in that pack that My Balatro was able to pick up. Prodigy probably would pick up the same thing if they see it. There it is.
And that is going to be the game plan.
They're taking a second one as well. I don't know why you stop looking at your deck, bro. You're running out of time. You got 80 seconds to make it to the PvP.
I would potentially use Def here just to at least have it on my tarot queue in case I come across a fool later.
Yeah, that's the difficulty with this speed Latro, is that you don't necessarily have time to think about things like that. You just gotta play and hope your instincts are enough to carry you.
Yeah, instant gaming. Both players making sure to take a look at their tags to see if they have an opportunity to skip for something. I think skipping is totally fine here.
Yep.
Like way better. You can probably take other tags you normally wouldn't take in any overrun of Balatro multiplayer, just for the fact that, you know, time. You're basically both players are gonna be not making the most optimal plays. If they do make the most optimal plays, that's just instinct got crazy.
Then you
Ultra
deserve to win,
instinct.
you know?
Yeah, but I think it's totally fine. Like if you see a negative tag and like you're kind of like not eyeing it up, I mean, why not go for it? Have a little bit of fun. That's what Speed Latro is. It's all about going crazy.
Yep, and like you said, I think skips are definitely something more to be considered in this mode because you know the other player isn't necessarily going to be making the most use out of every blind, so you don't necessarily get too far behind if you do end up taking a skip. Prodigy on 7 seconds left, they have $49, they cannot spend it all, they have to just go to the blind. My Block was still in the pack with 2 seconds left. They
That is
were able to
close.
make it, just barely.
That was very scary.
It might have hit 1, I'm not sure, it was very close.
Let's have a look here. Both players probably gonna go try to get a forward kind of freeze.
I think it's interesting, Prodigy does have more scoring jokers, but as well, they
Potential.
also have more money, so they are probably just in a better spot. Perhaps My Balatro just simply rerolled more and didn't find anything worth taking. But I wouldn't be surprised if Prodigy wins this one and then still retains that advantage for this next PvP as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. Being able to get this much money so early in the game is going to help out your parallel thinking so much easier because you have money to spend and you don't have to worry about the timer to get more money. You're not only going to be rich, you're also going to have time because honestly, getting a free of a kind and getting the 1.5x off of hologram.
Oh,
Yeah,
Prodigy was
it's
not able to
make it
find that
pretty
last
easy.
3 of a kind, so they did lose his first PvP, which is unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
We do see that there is Overstock. in the shop.
Overstock.
There's
You always
Plus,
take Overstock.
Plus, actually. Because we're on Zodiac deck, you start with the Overstock. Prodigy taking a glass card with a blue seal on it. My Balatro taking a Lucky Cat.
Look at
Are you looking for
this.
something to help them make sure to win the blinds? They take the same lucky cat. There's a fool as well for a hermit, I think.
Steel could also be nice.
Yep,
But,
steals could be nice. They decide to take none of it. Just want to keep.
Bro, I would have picked up the Space Joker. There's no downside to picking it up. I suppose you go under 25, but you do have a hermit in
Yeah.
that fool.
You're the hermit and the fool, so. Okay, go my Balatro trying to figure out if he can afford that Overstock Plus. He is able to, but he is down to $0.
This is gonna
Are
be
you
a
looking for the
little
3 of a kind
scary.
to make it out of this blind? Let's see if they can find it.
Yeah, Prodigy's position, even though we're down a life here, I still think we look better. We've got a good stable economy, Hermit popping off, Lucky Cat, and I'm liking it. I'm liking the look of it.
Prodigy did make it to PvP with 70 seconds to spare, but they are still only at $3.
Yeah,
especially
that's
with
the thing.
Overstock Plus, having that econ advantage is so much huger because you see like twice as many jokers as you normally would with every reroll.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. More money means more time to reroll.
Yeah.
My Balatro able to get to the PvP blind so quickly just because unable to buy
Prodigy
anything in
still
the
has a
shops.
rebind to play. Only 50 seconds left. The chariot came back around. They sold a chariot for the Cartomancer, and then Cartomancer immediately turned around and gave them back a chariot, which is kind of funny. Perhaps
Very,
Prodigy
very
will be able
polite.
to get a flush house online. Let's see if they are.
A
We
Flush
already
House
reviewed
online
the
would be
three of a
very,
kind.
very nice.
But again, it's harder to get that deck manipulation going when you're in that very quick timer. They didn't get
Just
a
gonna play
flush
full
house, they were
house
in a
here.
full house, and perhaps the flush house is online in general. They just didn't find it in that round because they want to make it out for the PvP. We have Hermit and the Fool, a Death and a Hangman.
Oh, we def take the fool.
Hanging sixes.
Oh, yeah. What? What? You def
It's
and then you
seconds,
fools
gotta
for a
do something.
polychrome. Ooh, that's a bit of a scary, slight misplay for
it's-
Prodigy.
And that's the thing about this mode is that it's so hard to be able to think what's the optimal decision, what can I take. You just have I have 5 seconds, I gotta click something and get out of this pack.
For real.
And so that's what Prodigy did, and this is what they have to. This is
Do
what-
it. They have to. They've dug their. They made their bed. Now they must lie in it.
Yep, exactly.
Let's see what we can do here. Okay, we still got a fool in hand. What's our fool on?
Fools on Hermit.
Okay, so still on Hermit. Not the worst thing to have fool on. I
They used the
mean,
Hermit right
not
before.
complaining. I thought it was on Hangman, was it not?
No, they used the Hermit. Remember, there was Hermit Fool in the shop. They used the Hermit and grabbed the Fool.
Got you.
And I believe they
I
didn't
don't know
get
if this
any
will be enough.
Cartomancer value because they just had to quickly get into that blind. So they weren't able to think about selling that chariot. They just needed to go. Something that I would be thinking about and trying to prioritize is perhaps getting some more lucky cards, maybe even using this Fool on a Magician with some of your best cards, maybe that Polychrome 3 or some face cards, to see if you can get your lucky cards online, you start building up that lucky cat.
Oh, I 100%
Right now, we
agree. I
only
think
have the
Lucky
four
Cat is a
kind.
really, really good Joker, especially just for getting lucky hits. Like it's way easier to scale up than Hologram anyway. I will admit that because
Yeah.
Hologram it does have decent scaling, but just the fact that you're filling up your deck, it's kind of a detriment. You don't really want to ever be filling it up,
There's a
but
death
never
for the Fool.
punished.
Death
Never
came back around.
punished.
Let's see if Polychrome's in one of these packs. So far, it's not.
Spin the wheel. Oh, nothing off the wheel.
Still no Polychrome in the packs, but we're able to get some money. Probably some more rerolls. See if any good jokers are in the shop.
Droid always handy.
He's selling the Cartomancer because he has enough Terror Generation in the shop itself, and he's probably not going to be able to use it.
Yeah, no, this is looking pretty good so far for Prodigy. Go my Balatro. Trying to just get some Spaceman Joker levels on the free of a kind and just
Full house
random
is what he was
ones,
playing
but
right there. Yep.
yeah, full houses. Not bad. We finally got
Yeah,
our
full
economy
money.
online.
All right. We see Prodigy is able to get the Flush 5 of 3s online. They were able to copy that Polychrome card twice. That is good money as well as just good to get that Flush 5 online. It's unfortunate that those weren't lucky 3s for that.
Oh, and then he picks up the full def. Oh my god. Potentially going to be able to get a flush 5 of freeze.
Mm-hmm. My Balatro was able to do so. Prodigy is able to get a death. Yep,
we,
there it
oh
is,
my
like
god,
you
we're
said,
able to death and
that's full.
fool. Oh my lord. The deck fixing has arrived, everyone. The
Plus
deck
5
fixing
always
has
free is
arrived.
Prodigy. It is online. 50 seconds
Look,
for him to make past his big blind.
it would be so nice to get some magicians on those frees. That would be really, really nice.
But I'd rather have more copies of the Polychrome than focus too much. Slight misplay on Prodigy's party, wasn't able to discard that purple seal. But again, it's hard to be able to make the most optimal plays when in this very quick scenario.
Yeah, let's see what we do here. We're going to be able to get 4 of a kind. Should be easy enough. But go my Balatro getting a lot of asteroids. Lowering a lot of Prodigy stuff, but not really
Here,
stuff we're worried
20
about.
seconds to make it through the shop. Let's see what's in the packs. They're taking random cards for that.
Ooh,
Okay,
family,
interesting.
egg goes. There we
Family's
go.
here. Temperance is nice.
That is going to be a
Out of time.
huge boost of power for Prodigy going into this PvP line.
Okay. They're able to go down to $3 and didn't find anything, so that's probably the ideal scenario for them. Yep, another death for that Polychrome card. They can probably find a Flush 5 pretty easily now with how many copies of it they have in their deck. But let's see if they are. They have 3 more
Yeah.
copies left. And a glass 2 that they would want to strength up. They do have a strength in hand.
I gotta admit, this seed has been very generous with the fools and deaths.
I mean, to be fair, we are playing on Zodiac deck, which does have that Tarot Merchant by default in the shop, as well as they were able to overstock plus. So you just see a lot of tarot cards. It's not too surprising they're able to find fools and deaths.
Surprising for me because Balatro never gives it to me, even though I play on the same decks. Phantom, okay, maybe you with your smart, big brain, luck enhanced gameplay. However, Balatro for me, it doesn't give me fools or deaths. I be there waiting like 20 goddamn like shop rolls with Overstock Plus and like Tarot Merchant and Tarot Tycoon, and I only get fucking Suns and like Street Changer cards, right? Don't you even start with me. I will die on this hill.
Sounds like a skill issue, Super Heather.
Don't you dare say it's a skill issue! I'm the best goddamn
the
player the
death.
world's ever
God.
seen!
Prodigy decided to risk that glass there. They played the Flush 5 with 4 Polychromes and the glass card. Glass card
Oh.
did not break. They were able to get 1.5 million and able to take a life finally off Go My Balatro.
Go
Go My
Balatro,
Balatro now
that's
finally able to
family.
find the family, which probably was the difference in the last PvP. And Prodigy is looking for some of those tarot cards. We have a Death and the Fool, or a Death and the Hanged Man. Death, nothing good to Death there. Let's just make a random 3. Go My Balatro does have the strength for that glass 2 to be able to make it up to a 3. They decided to do that.
Oh, wonderful. Nice gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, for how fast they're playing, like, you know, say what you will, there's some slight misplays here and there, but overall, we have very good gameplay.
Yeah, like that's one thing. They're not completely losing it, right? They're not losing every blind
I
now.
don't think
They're
anyone's
still
lost to a blind. They're losing to each other.
well, we did
We're
lose
making good
blinds
plays.
early
We're
on in the
doing good
game,
deck
but we don't
fixing
talk
as
about
well, which I think deck fixing might be the hardest part of this Balatro because that takes time. Like, you have to select the cards, you have to use the tarots, you have to try to tarot block, things like that. That all takes time, and you just don't have the time to do it as optimally as you would if you had all the time in the world.
Yeah, and especially if we do come across a blueprint or brainstorm and we need to start copying other jokers, we got to remember to keep that on fly. We got to make sure remember to use all the cards we got, all the jokers, all the jonglers. But let's see here. This is quite a nice gameplay for both opponents. Just going for these polychrome frees. I mean, like, you can't really complain about it. This is pretty nice. You're getting tons of economy, tons of scoring, and I mean, more or less, we're
I'm
just
gonna
kind
get
of
a
just
magician.
playing here. Yeah, we love a magician.
And a
And
death.
another death.
So hopefully we can
Oh
make copies
my
of that
God.
lucky polychrome now. 'Cause it's
The
been
lucky
a
cat is
long
about
time
to
coming for that
awaken.
magician. Like, say what you will. Like, we found a lot of deaths and fools. I think that was the first magician we've seen.
Well, see,
This lucky
that's what
card is
happens to me.
Still
That's what
on
happens
one.
to me.
Prodigy was able to death that lucky card. Their lucky
Oh,
cat's finally on
4.5.
1.5. And they're able to get that flush 5 level from that blue seal, which is pretty relevant. Go My Balatro is trying to use the obelisk, which I think is really hard to use in this very quick game mode.
Yeah, considering how
You just
I
don't have
don't
time
think
to
we
play all
checked
those
our
pairs or play whatever it is that you want to build up.
what's our hands looking like. We played a lot of high cards, so we could get some scaling on this. I don't think it's necessarily a bad play if you're able to use it correctly, but the
Yeah.
time is
Yeah,
It's quite
it might not
constraining.
be a bad play. I just think it's really hard to use, at least in the optimal way.
Let's have a little look here. We got a Magician in hand as well for Go My Balatro. So, oh, we're using on the queens. Do we find the molt off of just a regular Empress for the regular freeze more useful? I don't know. I'd be magicianing my freeze here because you're gonna be playing them all the
What you
time.
want to do. You want to put the magic threes, and you just want to play them as much as possible to be able to get that lucky cat up. Looks like Prodigy has a couple lucky threes, and Go My Balatro only able to find 3 of his polychrome cards, whereas Prodigy's able to find a full flush 5 of polychromes. So I think Prodigy's probably going to take it here.
I think we're gonna dig a little bit
And
deeper
keep playing
for.
pairs to build up that obelisk. See if that makes the difference here. He's able to find the glass card, so that will help. But I think this extra polychrome card from Prodigy, as well as the steel in hand and the extra levels that they got from that blue seal, probably will just be the difference.
Yeah, let's have a look here.
We have the X2 from the tribe, and Go My Balatro's obelisk is only on 1.8. So let's see what this will score.
4.8
million.
mil.
I believe Go My Balatro's only scoring 2 million with that. Let's see. Oh, 6
Oh no,
million.
ooh, the glass card is just
Wrong.
better.
Yeah, the glass card makes the difference there. So we have Prodigy now on 1 life. This is
Oh
their
no, no,
tournament
no, no,
life.
no!
We
You do
don't
not
win it.
get rid of Lucky Cat here. Lucky Cat is still good. But the way, oh, Taro, I'd probably be picking up the Taro Tycoon here, just for the fact to find more Taro cards. I mean, we kind of got our Joker lineup already set.
Yeah, I mean, you just have a bunch of X-Mol Jokers. We have Campfire, which does take a while to do. So let's see if Prodigy's able to get online. Especially with the power of Zodiac deck, you're able to find a ton of these planets and tarots to be able to buy sell.
Oh, we skipped
Because
past
something to do.
Magician. Full never full def is fine though.
Okay, both players trying to make it through the small blind. There's about 100 seconds left in this ante.
Going for maximum money here. Here we go. A lot of magic freeze now. Polychrome freeze for Prodigy. Only at
Lucky
3.5.
Cat's still on
thousand.
1.5. Lucky cards are not hitting in this seed.
So we gotta get more lucky
Balatro
cards.
Did use an ectoplasm from that spectral pack.
Huh.
And they're at $121, only 70 seconds left to spend it. And they keep using Fool on Temperance. They keep getting more money, and you just only have a certain amount of time to spend. Idol is here. Prodigy used that exact same ectoplasm. Idol's on. An
Oh
8.
my god, and
Dust
there's
photograph. What a build
Uh,
we have here. Lucky Cat's being sold. Holograms being sold. We get the Dusk in the photograph. Prodigy still has an entire big line to play, and so does Go My Balatro. Death Fool here for these lucky threes.
yeah, Prodigy just deciding Lucky Cat is not worth to scale up because we're on last life here for Prodigy, so we just kind of want to go for as much scoring as possible.
Yeah, I
Let's
do
see if
think
we
that
know.
selling the trio instead, because at least for Prodigy, the Lucky Cat was already on 3x. It was definitely going to get bigger before the.
I'd say it would probably be bigger than free. It would almost be at free X, especially going to the next rounds. The Lucky Cat especially would have been way more helpful. Because now Go My Balatro actually has some decent scaling. Oh, never mind. We're going for Campfire and
There's a
Speedrun.
brainstorm in the shop. Prodigy's able to find it. 5 seconds left on the clock. Go My Balatro picking up Idol. They're 2 seconds. They're checking the deck. They lost a
Oh,
life.
they lost
to
a
the
life.
timer. Why are we checking the deck here?
Just go, 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 go. You can check
Yep.
the deck in the PvP.
And as said in the chat, Prodigy did skip a seltzer, but again, they had 5 seconds left. They had to make a split decision, and they decided, guess we're not taking it.
Wait, is it a brainstorm for Prodigy?
Yes, Prodigy did find a brainstorm. They did reroll farther, then they're selling the idol for the campfire value. Seems like they didn't
then
think it was going to
here-
hit, and they're on their last life. They're making all the measures to be able to win this blind. Let's see if that pays off.
And this is where I would have so much rather had Lucky Cat over Trio.
Again, like I said, by the time Prodigy sold it, it was already at 3x. And so it was going to get bigger. I don't know why we're copying Dusk. I mean, with the polychromes, it very well might be more.
I think it's a better idea to
Um,
copy the polychromes here.
Yes.
1.5.
Yeah,
Just a lot
1.5 is
more.
around 7.59. So copying the polychromes is better than copying anything else.
And don't forget, more money! More money!
It is more money. It would be a bigger Lucky Cat if we didn't sell it.
I would really hopes he puts the lucky cards first. Just because I like
Only
lucky...
1.3 million. I believe this should just clear. 94 million.
Yes.
Prodigy. Both players on 1 life. Goma Balatro would have been at 2 if they didn't lose life to that time. But the difference here is that Goma Balatro does still have that idol, whereas Prodigy sold out of it.
True, and now
Let's
we're
see
coming
what they're able
across
to find
bloods.
here in this final ante. What's in the shops?
Hologram.
There is a crystal ball. They could take all 3, but they're deciding not to take all 3. Lucky Cat came back.
It is
But it
back.
has reset the X1.
Oh no. Well, better late than never.
Obelisk has been reset. It's only 1.2, which is unfortunate.
That's the thing. Obelisk was always going to be rough to take just to be able to,
Yep.
you know, multitask,
Get
because
online,
you're just
keep
going to forget
online.
about it after a while.
Yes, and that's the issue with it. Goma Balatro going full send for this campfire. It's already on 4.5x.
I don't know if it's
Prodigy
going to
perhaps
be
will do the
enough
same.
though.
Prodigy is not going to be doing the same. Let's see if it'll be enough.
Sell Chariot, use Emperor, full sell thing. That works.
We're copying the asteroid. We're
Why?
selling the Emperor instead of using it. Bloodstone's here.
I would just get rid
These
of
are all on
full
hearts,
trio.
correct?
I mean, yeah, probably is. We've already sold the Lucky Cats at 1x. It's gonna take way too long.
Mhm.
1.5 off
This,
of.
this is only the last big line before the final PvP, so unless you're able to
Yeah.
play enough hands to get down to dusk, to be able to copy it for those lucky cards, I don't think Lucky Cat's getting bigger than that 3x. Could be wrong though, it definitely depends on the luck.
We'll see though. This campfire is getting quite big for Go My Balatro up to
Yeah, they're
8x.
going full send for this.
Oh, and there's the
Brainstorm.
brainstorm.
What is the idol on? Is it a relevant card? They
Yeah,
decide if
irrelevant.
Not, they're going next. More money, they have 25 seconds. They need to make sure not to lose to this timer, because then if either player loses to the timer right now, the game is over.
Well, we are going to be
Balatro.
potentially getting a 10x.
Using all of his money for this campfire value. They made
Oh
it to be
my glob. That
Prodigy
is a
still going. Did
What
not find
is-
anything. Here we are.
what is Prodigy's
We're at
campfire at?
3.2 for Prodigy. Go My
Oh,
Balatro
no.
is on 10x, so that is even better than copying the Dusk, even if they get full polychromes. I think Go My Balatro probably has it here because of how big they were able to get that campfire. But we'll
Yeah,
see
that is.
what happens with this Bloodstone. Will it be enough?
Bloodstone could potentially be the big difference maker here. I'd say you'd probably be better off copying. Yeah, you probably want to copy Dusk here instead of Bloodstone, just for the fact more re-triggers, more polychrome value. All right, let's see if this is enough.
Yeah, Prodigy's still looking for that last polychrome card. They're able to find it. Now just getting down to Dusk. They do have Chariot and the Fool. They may not need to use all of them because they only have 2 more additional hand space left. So perhaps we sell the Fool just to get that extra money, the extra campfire value. This they did. Web Balatro copying campfire. Prodigy copying this Dusk for that polychrome value. We get E8 to E11 depending on Bloodstone. Let's see what copying Bloodstone does. Yeah, Go My Balatro still has 1 hand left before Dusk. We'll see if they remember to use it.
You might forget. We're gonna forget. We're about to send it. This is gonna be a huge throw if we don't activate Dusk.
Go My Balatro turning back on the animations. They want the really slow.
Don't do this. Come on, bro. You
Impactful
have
drama.
to. You have to play your 7. Play the 7.
It's a 7.5x difference having that Dusk online. Okay, they're looking at Dusk. They do notice, I believe. Okay,
They still know.
they circled it for us. They know what they're doing. I guess they're just waiting for Prodigy to play first, since it is their responsibility to play first at this point, and then they will go down to that very last hand.
Let's see if we get our hits. Oh, and both players getting rid of Siren
Both
here.
players giving us a show.
Here we go.
What will it score? It comes down to the Bloodstone procs. We'll see what happens, especially that lucky procs near the beginning. Those are quite relevant.
Up
Final score
to
for Prodigy is
32 million. Whoa.
What does Go have? Let's find out. Go thinking about copying Dusk instead. That's not as many points.
I
Perhaps
think,
Cal can find
yeah.
out which is better.
Thank God we have a calculator here made by someone very special.
E9. I think that's enough.
That's better than EA. So
I think
let's
E10
do it.
is the Zillions. They only got
Oh
1
my
billion.
God,
They should have copied
woo!
Campfire. I'm not sure that
That
would have
is-
been enough there, but definitely a
Yeah.
misplay on the part of Go My Balatro.
That is wild. That is game. All right, so Prodigy will be moving onwards.
Yes, they will.
Very, very interesting. All right, let's take a look at
Crazy game.
let's look at the brackets right now. Oh, LBB is out, so that means Mr. Startoad is gonna continue going on a rampage. No, Startoad's out.
Yeah, Started actually, I think, forfeited.
Yeah.
Started had to leave, fortunately.
So we've got our first finalist.
Abilai Master.
NBA Master.
I'm going
And who will be playing them? It will be the winner of Melon and perhaps Ian.
We're
I think it's
Perhaps
the
Ian's
winner.
been waiting on their match for a
We're-
while. That
Well,
was-
Ian is
the
about
winner
to
of this
stream,
match.
so
Right.
yeah, this is
So
we're
have-
gonna- yeah.
We are all, everyone's waiting for the next 3 matches.
You hear that, Ian? Make it
Winner this
quick.
plays Ian.
on Speed Latro, and we're waiting. What is this?
Winner of-
Blasphemy!
Winner
Crazy
of
stuff.
Prodigy Ian plays Melon, and the winner of that goes to that grand final.
Wow.
man. Should we do a best of 3 of finals?
I think we should.
I think we should as
It's
well.
fast enough. You have time.
We should. We can. We can afford it. We have time. Yeah, we have time.
We should do
We
it.
can only do best of 3 for all matches, but let's do best of 3 finals. We haven't done that thing in forever.
And don't forget,
Bring
I
back
think
the
for
best
the
of 3
finals, I'll swap it
finals.
over to the new format, Hot and Spicy. I'll stream. Well, we can swap the streams because I actually have something for the best of 3 format on my format.
Showing off the
Yeah, that'll work.
the qualifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a
All right.
cool- That sounds good. So, Hot and Spicy, you can keep streaming up until we reach the finals, but afterwards we are going to be cooking.
Okay, we do have Ian and Prodigy here. Wait, what?
Hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah, Ian and Prodigy.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Ian
yeah,
and
this
Prodigy
is the
the
one
next
before Melon. Okay.
This is the only match
Yeah, we
left.
have this.
Well, not the
Um,
only match.
Well, it's the only match
Everyone's
that's currently
waiting
playing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yes.
Everyone's waiting
only
for
option
this
we have.
match. Winner of this plays Melon.
You got the
winner
link.
of that
You
makes
got the
finals.
link.
That's all we have left.
Ian's been waiting a while for this one, dude.
Indeed, he
I'll be
has.
back in a bit. I'm gonna get a drink.
They call him the one.
You don't want me to keep commentating, or do you want me to swap out?
Do you
I'll
want
find
to
out.
keep commentating? Because we're happy to have you. We might
Like I said, I'm
rotate
fine
who's
with
doing it with you. Hunt Spicy, do you want to come back in? If you don't, then I'm gonna steal Phantom and commentate with him.
Whatever works best.
I like that.
Yeah, you guys.
I think-
I'll
I
be
think
around
everybody
there for the
here-
next tournament, so if you want to take a break, then that's fine. Or if you want to commentate, go for it. Like I commentated the past like 2, so
Hey, you guys are good to keep going. I'm chilling. I'll just focus
Yeah,
on
I
the
cool.
stream.
can do whatever. I think.
Maybe I'll take over when
I'm
Super
here.
Hyder is running the stream. I don't know.
That sounds good. Sounds good to me.
I'm like here, but like not really doing things.
You're here for moral support, Lava, and we love you for that.
Yeah, I'm forced to do work. They hold me in the basement during VPA tournaments.
I was actually a
Forcing
political
me.
prisoner.
Holding. Huh.
But man, unfortunate that Started had to leave.
it is unfortunate because they made it to semis before they had to DQ.
Yep, yeah, semis right before they had the DQ. And like you were saying, I definitely think it could have taken this tournament all the way.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see if they're able to play in any of the other ones, because I would like to see how they would have ended up doing if they were
True,
able
it's
to
true.
play
I think
all the way through.
you know, not to tell you what to do, but the whole tournament experience might make an interesting podcast call. You know how people thought Speed Balatro went. Maybe you have Start Toad on again.
Yeah, perhaps we'll have to discuss it with the council.
The council of the cast. You heard it here first.
By that I mean
folks.
myself and Sizak. That's it.
It's a small council.
Good council. That's a better
Yeah.
council than the tournament council.
True.
Pretty easy.
The
It's
tournament
one wolf
council
three, and
is
so we're
me,
doing it.
myself, and I.
Unilateral voting power on that one. That's no disagreements there.
Yep, and Lava, you were the one who
Always.
were able to create this mode, right? You coded it up.
Yes. I just
Shout out to Lava.
coded. I literally commentated like the entire timer button, and I just commentated in like 2 lines of code, like I usually do.
Nice.
Real. Sometimes the easiest fix, right?
Alright,
But
we're
now we're
playing.
in
We got 140
Red
seconds
deck.
for these two antis.
Alright.
We gotta go.
Two antes.
flush.
straight
for me.
flush. Straight flush. Swashbuckler and Gold Joker. Honestly, great pickups.
We got some
Good consistent money
and some money
Yep.
production.
Exactly what you want.
Argy forgot to hit the remove animations from the end of the last
Ah.
game, so that cost them a little time to turn that back on. They pick up the
Very
same two jokers, I
costly.
believe.
Yeah, it
Yes,
should be a
and
no-brainer.
Ian getting
Oh,
the
Ian
Fibonacci,
opting not to
going
go. Opting not to go into the pack. I think that might be. That could. Opening packs, I feel like, is even more important in this format. Because, like, if you find a card later, that's even less time that you have to copy it. But now we see the mail and rebate.
Yep. Although to be fair, opening packs does take quite a bit of time. There's an animation opening it, animation closing it,
Mm-hmm,
and when you only have 140 seconds for the whole first two antes, you need every second you can get.
Neither player coming out of that first ante with the reroll voucher skip, and we find a Poly Queen from that first pack, I think.
That is very important. It's going to be a little harder to copy than we saw in the last game because we do not have the Zodiac deck giving you infinite tarot cards. But we do have good money generation on the inside with that mail-in rebate. If he's able to use it, use all his hands first, and he's going to use all his discards to be able to farm his maximum money possible.
We've also got a death stacked up in both of our fools for both players.
That could be relevant, especially with that polychrome card that we found.
Another
Opening pack
Queen
gives
of
another
Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. That one was lucky.
Yes.
Should be able to get him possibly a 5 of a kind of those queens. If he's able to find a sun card, maybe even a flush 5 in that PvP. That's probably what he's looking to play.
Also stacking the mail and rebate towards cards that you can actually stack and discard together. That's some underrated appreciation, I think, of picking up cards early if you have a mail in. That is a Red Seal Glass Jack. One strength away from being very powerful with that Poly Queen build in mind.
Yeah. And we have a death.
Oh my
It's in there
gosh.
for Ian.
Oh my
Making
gosh.
it PvP first. Prodigy making it shortly after.
How
They
does he
have
play so
very similar
perfectly?
Jokers. The only difference is that Prodigy has the Fibonacci, whereas Ian has that. No, actually, Ian kept two different Jokers. Ian has the Golden Joker and the Ice Cream. Prodigy has the Swashbuckler and the Fibonacci. So slightly
It's
more
just
scoring potential for
the
Prodigy.
it's the Acrobat and the Ice Cream that are different for Ian.
Oh, Acrobat. No, Acrobat. Yes, Acrobat Ice Cream. There it
Acrobat
is.
Ice Cream, and then Prodigy
They're in
has
different orders,
the
sorry.
Fib. Yeah, Fib and Swash for Prodigy.
Yep.
Looks like we're going
Potentially
towards
Ian
that.
with the highest score.
Looks like we're going towards that Queen 5 of a kind. We could form a flush 5. It's not
You can even copy this
impossible.
Red Steel Glass and maybe play them
Yes.
both. We'll
we
see
could.
what Ian's deciding to do. He's considering it.
I think if I'm Ian, I want to go all in for greed since it's worked out for me so far. I mean, Ian really played like almost completely perfectly going up to this first boss blind. Honestly, picking up everything that you would want to see and then rolling further in the shop, getting more money out of that mail-in rebate than Prodigy did because he stacked more queens earlier too. It's just phenomenal play. And then we
Only four
don't
times. He
find
decides to copy the Glass Jack, but not to play it.
interesting.
Play.
Very interesting
Let's
play.
see how it works out for him. But perhaps
It'll-
the Acrobat will be enough to win it for him. Let's find out.
I think it
is
definitely
enough
is.
for Ian to take that first PvP.
Absolutely. Even
And
with just
still
that
is he with
small
more
flat
money as
hole.
well. Got
Glass
Aura in the shop.
Joker.
We have Glass Joker. Or not Aura,
Yep.
Hone. We have a death for Prodigy. He's finally able to find that death that Ian was able to use on that goal Glass Jack. And Prodigy also able to find that Acrobat finally. We're gonna save some money and go next. Both players in that small blind, looking to get some mail-in rebate money as well. Make sure to be able to win that blind. Should be pretty easy for Ian. All he has to do is play some base cards with that Chips, the Molt, and the X3 at the very last hand.
Almost at our flush 5 draw for Ian. I don't think we quite have enough queens since we didn't death one last time in the PvP blind, but playing the 4 of a kind gives us, what, 20k? Another Red Seal Glass.
Another death here for Ian. Unfortunately, the Red Seal Glass is not available in this pack, but they're able to copy one of those lucky queens. Probably get a flush 5 online if they're able to draw it. Might be relevant, especially in that PvP. Until you're able to strength up those queens, perhaps that will be what you're going for. Both players, again, trying to get through these blinds as fast as possible. Ian, the first one in his big blind, able to play all of his cards. Trying to find the maximum value from that mail-in rebate. Now they have a flush 5. They did just unlock the planet. It scores about 46k for him. That number will only go down as his ice cream slowly melts. But we'll see if they can find something a little better than ice cream to replace that slot. Another Polychrome Queen in that
Wow.
pack.
And an
That one has
Invis
spades,
Joker.
so it won't line up with that flush 5, but still very relevant because more Polychrome is more points.
Absolutely correct. And I don't know. Prodigy has copied that Poly Queen with the death. So I wonder how much the use of the deaths will come back to bite Ian. Ian hasn't actually been able to copy the Poly Queen. Instead was copying that Glass Red Seal Jack. Glass Red Seal Jack are more
It's 10 in
powerful
the pack
immediately.
Prodigy as well.
It's true, yes.
Yes, and I think also long term, the Red Seal Glass is stronger than the regular Polychrome. So
Mhm.
in the long run, I believe it favors Ian, and that also is very helpful for him since he is up alive. He has more time to eventually be able to pivot to using those Glass Jacks, maybe get some strengths, and you use that Polychrome and the Glass.
If it wasn't Ian, I would say that you would have to consider actually being able to get to that long term. But since Ian's able to play so consistently, I think you're right to favor him in the long term.
He just has that ability to be able to play fast and still keep consistently good gameplay. And that's what it takes to be able to win this Balatro tournament.
Understanding exactly what risk you need to take and exactly what risk you can take at the time. Ian's a master at that. Or perhaps maybe he isn't, risking not being able to make this 5 of a kind or flush 5. And we don't find any
How's he
other
get the last
queens.
5? Perhaps he was looking for the last Polychrome card. It seems like
Yes,
he
he
was.
was.
Wasn't able to find it. We'll see
Very
how
unfortunate.
strong this 4 of a kind is for him. But if Prodigy is able to get that 5 of a kind, which it looks like they have. with
They
the staff, we have
did?
multiple
Yes.
Polychrome cards. They're seeing
That's
if this
all
will
up
win
to-
on its own. But I feel like you should just use the death anyway.
Nope,
It
it
is not
wins
much,
just
though.
fine.
I don't know why you wouldn't use the death here. Like, you just want more Polychromes.
You do probably, yeah, and ripping it now is probably a decent choice. Although you are going to be even in lives with Ian. You beat him this PvP blind. Maybe you think you hold the death for when you find that Glass Red Seal Jack. We did see Prodigy hovering over it. Maybe they regretted not
Seems like
using
they're
it.
looking to copy that red glass. Which, you know, might be what it takes to beat Ian. To do it at his own game.
I think
We
so.
do see this Visible Joker here for Prodigy. Finally able to sell the Fibonacci, which they weren't even using anyway. They were just playing the queens.
Yep. Yeah, both players playing those face cards,
Another-
which is why
oh,
Ian
that's
was
the same
okay.
Polychrome queen. Okay.
Same Poly
The
Queen.
same
And
Polychrome
I,
queen that Ian saw. And they did take a purple seal as well. Which
Yes.
is very interesting. You have 4 discards, so you have more ability to use that.
although of course you're limited on time, so actually being able to get use out of those purple seals is much harder than in a regular
Be an
game.
issue, yeah. Yep, and let's see if either player is able to find that red seal jack. They both are holding a death, and I believe that's what they're holding it for.
Exactly. I think Ian found that death in the shop, wasn't carrying it through the PvP. Prodigy did carry it through this, so that could mean that Prodigy saw one less death than Ian, or do you remember Prodigy was ahead in the shop?
I believe Ian is ahead in the top because they had brought the invis into the Prodigy.
Yes.
Found it just after.
I think that means that Ian probably sees one more death than Prodigy, so
Yep, and that could be very relevant depending on if they're able to use it soon. Prodigy did
another
decide to use
reason.
that death,
another reason
and
to maybe
Ian
rip
finding
those
that
deaths early.
Red Seal Glass as well.
What will we find? What do you think this Invis Joker is going to be used to copy? Do you think we're going to find something a lot better than that Acrobat soon, or do you think we're just going to copy the Acrobat?
I think, just getting in the mind of Ian, you're looking for any retrigger, like a
Mhm.
Dusk or a Sock and Buskin, something that's able to copy those glass or those
Or a
polychrome cards.
loyalty card.
You'll sell everything and go for that until that point comes. You either hold it until you're on the last life and then copy whatever's best, or we just hold it until we find that really strong card. Because keeping that island rebate is worth it to be able to dig and find that really strong card you're looking for.
Gotcha. So you're saying that we should hold until we're completely desperate.
Or you find something really, really good.
I think I agree with you.
That's
I
what
think I
would do here.
agree
It
with
looks
you.
like that's what both players are doing. Or at least that's what Ian's doing right now. Prodigy perhaps is going to sell it, but it looks like they're not choosing to at this time.
Personally, if I found the Jimbo, that's the first thing I'm invisibling.
Real.
Full sell for Jimbo. How
Onk
do you deal with
Jimbo,
double Jimbo?
Invisible Joker Jimbo, Triple Jimbo.
Actually, Exodia. It's crazy.
And oh, we have another death here for Ian.
Ooh,
He's
and
able
we're
to make
converting all these
Hearts
jacks
with
into
Card.
hearts. Oh my gosh.
We're able to
Flush
copy it
House is
again,
possible.
And we have 2 purple seals, so if we get another death, we can play a flush 5 of these jacks of hearts.
This
He's decided
could
to
be
discard them.
huge.
We have 4 of these red seal jacks.
We also only need
And
one
we
more
have 6
strength.
jacks.
A strength to make another jack. That I think we're fully out of the queen pivot now.
Yeah, perhaps we're just going full jacks with these red seals, especially because we have so many. It's very unlikely that all of them will. Even if you lose 1 or 2, you can find a couple more deaths, bring them back. But it seems like it's not what he's going to do. He's discarding that 1 red seal jack. Maybe we're going to play a flush house.
Ooh,
with
flush
queens
house.
in the jacks. Perhaps looking for those polychrome queens that you did make hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he's able to find them all. I don't believe he can see his whole deck, so it would be a risk to discard these queens. Let's see if he does it.
I don't. If I'm Ian, I'm not discarding these. But if I'm Ian, I'm also not playing those glass jacks if I do end up without that flush house.
Without the, yeah, of course not. He's able to find a steel card. Didn't find the polychromes, but he's able to find 2 steels. So that's mathematically equivalent.
And nothing breaks. It looks like.
That's really huge for him.
Actually, was that one break? I think that was one break.
One of the glass jacks of hearts broke. So they're down to
One
only
break.
3 of those red seal glass. But in the past one they only used 3, so that was enough to get them to win. Ian now
One
up
glass
3
in
lives.
exchange for a win is
He
pretty
does
good.
have
I
less
think.
money. The Prodigy's at over $100 right now.
Oh wow.
What Ian's looking
Maybe
for
this
here is some
econ.
kind of re-trigger Joker or
Mhm.
death or strength. Strength for that 10, and death for those jacks that you lost 1 of in the past PvP.
I like picking Midas Mask here, just for the fact that I love Midas Mask. It's so good.
I actually hate the Midas Mask pickup here
What?
because it gets rid of my enhancements on my Poly Queen if I'm Prodigy. I can't play any of those glass
It does
jack
not
right
get
now.
rid of your. It does not get rid of your polys.
No, it gets rid of the enhancements on your Poly Queens.
You
Yeah,
can't
but who
play
needs
them.
enhancements when you have money?
That's a,
Oh,
and then we
there's the
find the
sock
sock
I
and
was talking
buskin.
about. Looks like
Sell
Ian's gonna
out.
do exactly what I was talking about, where we save
Mhm.
the invis for the sock, takes the sock,
Oh my god,
business card
what?
afterwards.
business card into scary face, which is very relevant to make sure he survives.
Wow.
in case
That
he
is a
gets done with
crazy
cards.
pull. What do you mean he not only after getting a sock and busket, he finds scary face business card?
Prodigy
The business
also
card
picks up the
immediately
stock,
after is
but
crazy.
doesn't cash out on it right now. Perhaps he's gonna do it now that he sees the business card. He
What?
does not.
What?
Prodigy
What are we
sees-
holding for?
I don't
What
know
are we
what
holding
for.
for? What are we holding for?
Unfortunately, if this is just a new
What
player,
could you get that is better than that? I'm not sure. Perhaps
is
he's
just a
waiting
new
for something in
player.
the shop to synergize with it, like maybe an ancient joker, and then we'll sell it for the sock. But I'm
I
not sure
don't-
exactly what we're looking for here.
I'm not
There's
sure.
There's
some
only
really
one
good
thing
knowledge
that it
of
could
but
be.
We'll see how it works out.
There's only one thing it could be.
it's okay. Look at this. He's gonna pop invisible, and it's gonna hit sock and buskin.
Truly, that's the real play.
That is
Trust
the
that
thing
it
that could
will
happen.
hit. Keep the acrobat, and then your head.
Trust the heart of
Easy.
the cards.
Oh, we're skipping past Scary Face. And reserve parking? Well, I suppose you can't even use reserve parking in this
What is that
Okay.
here? Are we finally going for the socket musket? Let's find out.
Surely we sell out. Surely we sell out here now.
Nope.
No.
We keep
No.
the Invis Joker.
What?
We're going into PvP holding
Ugh.
a charged Invis with only 2 lives left. I
Okay.
think that's a questionable decision, but we'll see how it works out.
This is very, very interesting. Is that
Yeah.
driver's license online for Ian? It should be, yeah.
I feel like it is.
I mean, with
I
the
don't know why you would
Midas
take it.
mask, I mean, potentially.
Well, Ian didn't grab that Midas man.
Ian did not use Midas Mask.
Did he not? Oh no.
No, it was Prodigy.
Well, we should have enough.
Anyone see the number underneath it? Is it online?
can't
It says times
see-
1, so no.
It's 15 out of 16, I think. Or no, 11 out of 16?
Oh,
I can't read.
13?
everyone, quickly, zoom in
Yes,
hands, zoom in
13.
hands.
13 out of 16. That's what I say. He did just use the lovers. So it wasn't 15. We've narrowed it down. I think it's at 14
It's true.
now. So if these purple seals is able to get him perhaps like a Empress or something of that sort, then he can get online. But if
Mine
not, then
hand
it
sells
won't give him
12.
AP at this point.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing from Prodigy is we're not using our hands as discards. We have purple seals in the deck, and yet we're not using our hands to look down for them. Because we came across a purple seal like not too long ago, probably last hand, and we just weren't able to use it, and that's pretty big. Those are the kind of plays you have to be looking out for. You always gotta make sure to, if you have a purple seal in your deck, use your hands as discards, and then you're able to save your
Use
precious
it
discards
during
for the
zero
purple.
strike.
Surely Prodigy
Ian can
orders
use
their
his strength
queens
while
properly,
on the
right?
jack.
Yup.
Ian used the strength on the 10 and the jack. He's able to get a flush house.
Fantastic. With the red steel in front.
For that photograph. I believe playing the polychrome is better than holding it in hand here because you have 2 stock skins.
Yeah, we probably
Although
are
now
just
we know
gonna
that
play-
Prodigy threw away the hands, so we don't even have to risk anything.
True, but we do
Yeah, you don't
want
have to
as
risk
much
less. You
Mooney
might
as
win with something
possible.
less than that.
I'd still send it just for the fact that I want my money off of business card.
Can't risk the
Risking
you
the
can't risk
black
those
version.
jacks. Yeah, can't risk those jacks. But you can definitely play this 5 of a kind of queens.
Five of kind. That
Gets you
polychrome
plenty of
definitely
cash.
wins it. Didn't even make Ian risk the glass.
Another
Invis.
invisible.
That
Well,
Prodigy will not
if
die,
Prodigy's
'cause he's
hold,
still
oh
holding
my
his Invis.
gosh,
He's gonna duplicate
oh
block
my
himself.
gosh, there's no
And
way.
Ian is picking up at the perfect time, right before the small blind, that he will have it on. Next
Please,
PvP.
Prodigy, sell out of everything right now. Prodigy, no.
Oh,
Move the road
Prodigy.
instead.
It
Get the
the-
road
There's the
this-
road
instead.
instead of this invisible Joker. I think that might be
no.
real in the coffin.
That's
Driver's
absolutely.
license.
I don't
Would've been
understand why
way better
Prodigy
than
didn't sell
Acrobat.
for the sock before.
Like, what is he holding on to all these jokers for? Acrobat could have went for driver's license there. We could have sold out of photograph. In fact, but I suppose missing out on photograph now is going to be huge because we just aren't selling this invisible. Why are we holding on to? We're playing with 4 jokers on last life.
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking for here if you're Prodigy. Like, what could show up that you're like, okay, now it's time to use invisible.
It's very strange.
I'm very shaken up that he blocked it and it turned into a hit the road.
Hit the road. I mean, if it was brainstormed, then fair enough, you know.
Fair enough, right? Fair is fair, right? You win it, right? I mean, I
But hit
don't
the
even
road,
think you win,
that's
but
fine.
like, Jesus
You
Christ.
might at least
man.
survive a blind.
We are not
Don't tell me we were
Mind
saving for
shot,
the mind
you might
pivot.
bring it up.
Don't tell me we were saving for the mind pivot. That's
Bear in
not what we're
mind, bear
doing
in
here.
mind.
Oh no! Oh no!
Baron mind pivot? Baron mind pivot? Check the kings?
Their only chance.
Baron mind pivot?
We're
Oh my
selling.
god. Oh my god.
We finally copied the sock. Might be too late.
I mean,
to
they
wait.
do have a lot of
Even Get a
golds.
third sock or a second photograph. That's
We're
probably
making
what I would do if I was
steals.
Ian.
This is very scary.
I think we're past scary. This is.
I-
We could have
we're
used the
past-
judgment there. We only have 4. Oh my god.
Guys, speaking of scary, guess who's back on Ian's team?
Scary face, back on the team. I believe he held that photograph while selling the invis.
Yep.
He did
Did
get
indeed.
lucky and got the sock and buskin, which was the best hit for him. Idol's here. Is it on face card? I
Idol.
don't believe so.
It's only on a 4 of clubs, I believe.
But it's
So
probably better than the scary face.
probably will be, yeah.
If
I think
you
we got one
somehow
more.
do not win this PvP, then if the idol hits, you can guarantee that win with the triple sock in the next one. You have 3 lives
Yeah.
left. Only 5 seconds on the clock. Will Ian make it? Yes, he does.
Absolutely.
Prodigy, again, also making it very last second. Both players have a
And-
death. I think with the triple sock and the photograph, this might be lights out for Ian.
It should be. It should be lights out. Ian has what I see as an unbeatable build right now. I think maybe
Yeah.
unless Ian just somehow doesn't draw their hand.
The only chance is if Ian bottom decks every glass in poly.
I think even then, as long as he gets like one, it's over.
And he already has 2 of these glass jacks, so they are not both on the same suit, but he's holding a star card, and one of them is on. So depending on what he draws, could make a. There you go. You got 2 of these glass and a polychrome. And he has 2 hands left.
And it looks like Prodigy isn't drawing their hand either.
Yeah.
I mean, that was changed in the last
Oh, they
patch,
get it.
where players will get similar draws.
Interesting. Gonna be using our Death on a Poly for Prodigy, but Ian's deck is just fixed better. Playing glass red seals is just more than a single poly.
Yeah, and especially since we have this red seal, that'll make our photograph even better. Whereas Prodigy, not even here with the red
Oh wow,
seal.
Ian's actually able to do a flush 5. A flush, flush house. Flush house.
Oh yeah, flush house.
Wow.
Get that diamond
That's-
from the red seal first, and this should
Yeah.
be
Very
GG.
impressive.
Hey,
Just
well done,
getting
Super Hydra, are
doing
we
doing everything
switching?
perfect.
Are we on to the finals yet?
Oh, this will
Oh,
be the
no.
semifinals. So
Next
you,
one's finals.
I
Winner
can
this
do
plays
one more.
Melon, winner that's finals.
Yeah. Do you want to? I just every time I open, I have to fucking put in all the OBS shit again.
should
So you
probably-
just want to do that, and then I'll
We
I'll
should
swap
Yeah.
over for the finals.
we should yeah.
That'll work.
We should switch right before the finals so that we don't
Yeah.
like lose everybody.
Bum 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 bum. Alright, cool.
So we got
Melon.
Ian and Melon.
All right,
right?
we're gonna get Melon. Yep.
Melon,
Huge.
Ian,
Yep.
I believe they're gentlemen's to black gold.
You're kidding.
Which
Oh
is
god.
brutal having to say this fact.
You're kidding.
You're playing.
There's-
Okay. Wow.
There's no way Ian handshake agrees to that against Melon. There's no way.
It was discussed. I'm not sure if it was Ian who accepted, but I
It is
think
going to
someone
be a
did.
very fast game. Like, there's just no way. There's no way you can play it fast.
They're both in the same call, so I believe it.
Oh my gosh, he's doing it.
Gentlemen's
He's doing
agreement.
it. He's doing it.
Oh god. Oh,
This will be a
God.
fast one. Normally Black Gold's already fast, and we're playing Speed Latro. I'm be
God.
surprised if neither player loses a life before his people. Like, it
If
would be a
somebody
miracle if
is
that does not
wondering
happen.
why the timer is at 147 seconds, it's because Phantom said so.
That is the reason.
That is the exact reason. It's because Phantom. That's because Phantom said so.
Honestly, what
Sure,
I would
says,
do
How
for
long
the...
should it be?
Hmm.
And I said 147, and it got fire emoji. So now it's doctored.
No, it's documented.
If this were me, I would honestly int 1 life because it's black gold and just take my time in the first 2 annies so that, because if I'm gonna die to a blind anyway, I'd rather have the money earlier. But I'm just not like if you're good enough like Melon or Ian, then maybe you don't, right? Because like you can do
Yeah.
it, but I'd rather just have the money early and make sure that I can take my time. Less hype though.
Yep. And I know Melon is the black deck gold state guy. I've seen him
Yeah.
lose lives. Nobody doesn't lose lives on this unless it's a favorable seed.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna see a crazy seed. I can already imagine it.
I would do both of those. Oh, and that's a sign. That's not a good sign, but that's a sign.
Is Melon existing? Let's find out. We already see
Let's
it on,
find
set
out
on
if
the
he
black deck gold
exists.
stake. Looks like this is what we're gonna be doing. So,
Oh,
you know,
I need to
I
get
can come
the-
pick one more. We
Oh
pass.
wait, I don't have Melon's link.
We're playing.
What is going on? Oh
He
no.
sent it.
I'm sorry guys. I'm getting this
we
up
got
quick.
147 seconds to figure it out. We see an Eternal Stuntman and a Spectral pack. Ian taking the Spectral, Immolate's in the pack. We're taking a foil. There's Acrobat and Foil Shoot the Moon. Foil Shoot the Moon is being taken, as well as this.
Eternals
crazy.
right off the bat. That's crazy.
He's crazy.
But it's so good
Ian with the
together
He's
though.
psychotic.
Stuntman, but it should get him past these non PvP blinds.
Yeah,
He's
it
lost
was
his
Melon,
fucking mind.
probably gonna have to use all of his hands to even survive to get down to this acrobat. That will take him more time. If Melon survives the regular blinds, he might still die to the timer. There's only 100 seconds left, and he's not even at the boss. Whereas Ian just finished the boss himself. Eternal Photograph is there. Might not be worth taking with this stuntman shoot the moon build that he is pulling off.
Well,
Ian full discarding for any queen. So far, he hasn't found it. He found a queen, and that should be able to take him out of it. He makes it through. Melon playing 2 pairs to be able to get this. Spare trousers online. The main difference, Ian, I think, has more potential for scoring right now, but Melon has no Eternals, so more flexibility.
That rental pants is going to hurt Melon's econ here a little bit, but I mean, if you just need
Yes, it
some
will.
plus molt to get by. Ooh, raised
Ian's taking the
fist.
raised fist, which should help him to get that mold more consistently. We also saw him Death of Stone, which is kind of funny.
Ooh.
Not normally what you'd be doing, but with
No,
this
that
kind of-
it's a
this is
hollow
actually
stone,
neat.
isn't it? Like that's
I can't
pretty
tell.
decent.
It is a hollow
Could be a hollow
stone.
Okay.
It is a hollow stone.
little
Also,
better
chat,
than
you got your prediction express edition this time.
Oh,
The Eternal Rental Space Joker being
Unfortunate.
considered by Ian to get that high card level online. But we do have good chips and mold. I'm not sure if you do need it. Telescope for the high card perhaps is worth taking, but it does make your econ a lot worse. He is going to take it. He's down to $7 left. But the miracle has happened. Neither player did die to the non-PvP, which is honestly just insane. But
yeah. I mean, when
Yeah.
you're going fast on black gold, like, yeah, how do you not die? But they made it.
Black
when you're
Gold
going
is a
slow, I've
crazy,
seen
crazy
people
game.
die easily. So
I
Ian's
really like Ian's
79K. He was
build.
able to draw 4 queens before the last one.
I think Melon's only out is to hope for re-triggers to synergize with that photo, and then hope that Ian gets outscaled, because like having 2 Eternals could mean that Ian gets like diffed in the long term, but that's just such a strong, that's like a guaranteed 2 first PvPs with those like first 2 cards that Ian has.
Yep, and that's what it'll come down to is if these Eternals are strong enough to beat whatever Melon pulls up, Ian wins it. If Melon's able to hold on and survive and build up long enough to find those re-triggers, to find those things that Ian probably can't take with their Joker slots, then Melon could take this.
Ooh, and Melon's Acrobat about to expire. We'll need a little bit more to make sure that they get through the blinds.
Yep, he was only able to score 10k on that one. The scaling does get up pretty fast, especially starting at this third ante, so we'll see if he has enough to even make it through. 3,200. We divide that by 3 to 10k. I think he barely makes past this one.
Possible, but hard
Again,
to
he
get
should have
that
a little higher-
to-do list
slightly higher
value.
scoring. Yep, to-do list is on pair, so he's getting some value there. But he does
Ooh,
lose
come on,
out on his
Chariot.
spare
That
trousers
Chariot
value,
could
which
save you,
just
though.
might be possibly lacking.
Ooh.
There's the Chariot, there's the 2 pair. Chariot only providing an extra
Oh, huge.
1 bolt. Eternal Brainstorm, that's insane. We have a Red Seal and another Immolate. Perhaps Ian not going to even need the Red Seal, so he might go Immolate.
Ooh,
Or you could try to off one of
interesting.
these Eternals.
I don't know what I go there. I mean, Red Seal's really good on Kings, especially where you have a death, especially where you could like steal it. But I just don't know. Yeah, like
I
you
might
said,
just
it'd be
here.
enough time. You could also dig faster for Shoot the Moon without those extra cards.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with going the Red Seal is that you don't have a queen in the back. You get a queen if you do it. There's the
Okay.
Eternal Brainstorm for Ian. He's able to find in his pack. He definitely takes it. I don't think you consider anything else here.
I think that Brainstorm is a bit of a nerf to Ian's build where they don't have as copyable. I mean, like, yeah, you could get double the Molt off the Shoot the Moon, but I think in the long run that's just going to benefit Melon.
Yeah, it very well could. Like you said, especially if that retrigger is able to show up, you can have double photograph with that Brainstorm photo, whereas Ian only can copy the plus mold that he has right now. Unless something like a Baron shows up, I'm not sure if it will make the difference. But right now, I think Ian should win this blind.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just like debating between copying the Stuntman versus the Shoot the Moon. Honestly, I don't know. I guess we'll see. 53 on the Shoot the Moon and 60 on the Stuntman, going for the Stuntman here. Okay, what do we got on Melon's side? With the red seal?
Two of the
Ooh.
queens.
Ooh, that's a ×8. Oh, not enough.
Yep, only 20k though.
Right, and the
Ian,
riffraff,
up
just
by
a good
2
way
lives
to...
here.
Oh, Dusk!
Dusk
Oh, but
shows
it only
up.
lasts for 5. I think you have to do some skips to kind of portion out that Dusk, but
Yeah,
at the same
you very
time,
well
you know,
might
you're
have
down
to.
lives.
because right now, if you're in Melon's case, you would have hoped to be able to find it maybe in the shop, not this one. Because now you're basically forced to skip if you want to use 2 PvP. Whereas right now you only get it for 1.
Oof.
Melon also using that Immolate to get his econ back online and put it into his deck.
Let's see, and Ian picks up the
And
Dusk.
man, his
as
deck's getting
well.
pretty thin. Yep.
I wonder how close that. So if we take that last PvP, for example, I think Ian had like 60-ish thousand. Melon came in at like 20,000, but with the difference of at Dusk, that's another times. Let's see. Well, it was 2 times 4. Now it's 2 times 8. So that's 64 versus 16. Am I right? So, yeah, like that's huge.
Yeah, that's a ×4 if that Dusk is, which could be relevant. But Ian, I think that was one of his first hands. He didn't play all his hands, especially with the Shoot the Moon Stuntman build. You can get that 60k on every single hand if you're able to draw those queens. With all the Immolates and the Hangmans he's used, he can get like 180k if he gets really favorable draws.
Both decks really thin thanks to the Immolate. 42 and 41, that's a really ideal situation for both players.
Yeah, especially when you have less flexibility to be able to find your ideal hand on this black deck, since you have one less hand to use to deck.
Oh yeah. And one less discard, although it looks like they have picked up a wasteful voucher, of course.
And Ian is able to find queens as well as a steel one and these stones.
I wonder if copying Dusk is even an option. I don't think so, but I'm just trying to think in terms of those stones.
I mean, at that point, just copy Stuntman. I'm sure Ian will check all of them and see which one's better.
Oh, well, and either way, he does handily win here. Melon does need that
Melon
Dusk
down to his
online,
final
though, and
life.
it's going to expire.
May have to skip to be able to even keep his Dusk online, but will it be enough? This is the question. Ian making his deck even thinner, making it even easier to find those queens.
Oof. 4 to 1, it's not looking good for Melon. It's hard because you have to
He needs something, he
outscale.
needs it now.
We need to see a sock here.
Something, a Chad perhaps? Chad would be another X4 for him.
Oh yeah.
Another X4 does clear what Ian just pulled up. Chad or Sock, I think, are the outs that Melon's looking for. He also was able to get the last hand, copy this Dusk for that extra lucky card money. Hopefully it will be able to get to 5.
Oh man.
Melon rebate, that is really good money for him.
Got to make these tough choices really fast. I mean, both players have been doing really well on timering, considering. No players lost lives to either. I don't think either player has lost to blinds. Am I correct?
Nobody's died to blinds, nobody's died to timer.
That's
and that's very
insane.
impressive on
That
Black
is
Deck
rare.
with this very fast speed launcher of the rule set.
Okay, Ian with the skip on the negative. Okay. I think that was just to preserve the Dusk. I wonder what
could've been.
Melon will find in the shop, though, being much ahead.
Yep, and it comes down to this for Melon. I'm surprised he didn't copy that Dusk, but perhaps it wouldn't have won.
Gotta see. Oh, man. We just gotta see a sock. Or a Chad. Come on. Come on. Oh, I would have rerolled a little more there because you need something.
I would at least open the buffoon pack because seeing 4 jokers is really good, at least in this scenario where you need something to make sure you win. And it's a lot safer on that gold stake when, even if there's a good joker, it might be like eternal, you wouldn't want to take it anyway.
Okay, Melon. I mean, you're welcome to slow down, Melon. It's okay. It's PvP. But down to the last hand.
Melon plays the save. Nothing's changed. Nothing changed at all.
Nothing's changed at all.
Oh yeah. Ian with the
copying
pair.
nothing with this brainstorm.
Ian has
Not
not
sure
had
what
to
the play
level
is
up any
here.
planet cards thanks to the stuntman. Just playing a level 2 high card
His
is
high card's
good
level
enough.
2, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I think it was level 3, but he hit with an asteroid. But I don't
Oh.
think that's very relevant for Ian in this case. He has the base mold and the base chips from his
Okay,
characters.
come on, high roll. Hit the mole. Oh, okay, not a high roll. Could have gotten up to
91K.
500,000.
I think Ian can take that with 2 of these high cards.
And
Looks like he's gonna take
GG.
I don't know why we're calculating it. It scores at least as much as the last hand.
Still well played from both players. GG's.
Very fast game. Very fun to watch. Well
What a
done,
fucking match. What a fucking
dominating
match.
with that double eternal of that stuntman and the shoot the moon.
I can't believe Ian
Wow.
took Melon to black and gold and taught him
GG's.
to use
Or owed him
adverbs.
on it.
That's crazy.
This,
And we'll never know what the
This
negative step
has-
was.
yeah,
Holy shit.
this has been a great time.
It has indeed, but you know what's better? The finals! Alright, we're gonna swap
Alright.
the stream to the new layout. Alright,
And we're gonna begin.
Spicy, end the stream whenever, and I'll
Alright.
restart it.
Be
Okay,
right
stay
back.
tuned, folks. We'll be right back.
Be right back. Stay tuned for the finals.
And wait, let me just properties.
Yeah,
Ian.
yeah.
And of course,
A 4-0.
Ian's a gamer.
I wouldn't have thought that. You know, going onto Melon's turf, I would not have thought that. But
Yeah. But
It's crazy.
Ian's so willing to take those high scoring internals that perhaps limited his slots.
All right, Owen.
So good.
Yeah, you
Here
get
we
your
are.
points.
The final matchup! It's time. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. With our new and improved layout. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Here we go. We got the stats up here. Let me share my screen for all the guys in the call.
We're gonna be redoing this for sure. Oh man, I want to have another round of this.
Don't
This is-
worry. Here you go.
You'll have at least 2 more times.
Speed
right?
Balatro ladder.
We're gonna have
Speed
at least
Balatro
2 more
ladder.
times. Yeah. Yeah,
We
this
should
is
add
this
to
is
the ladder.
big. I actually
Maybe
been enjoying this.
I do think if we have a leaderboard for this,
Speed
like
Lasher.
there will be a lot less traffic for the main leaderboard if we have a leaderboard for this. Is what I'm thinking. This is so quick, dude. People like Cheesecake's gonna play this only.
Yeah,
Melon's
Cheesecake is
gonna
gonna
play
be
this only.
playing this. Come on. I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't sign up for like all 3 of them at the same time.
I'm also surprised that they are not here. But
Could
like
be one of the next ones. Who can say?
I think we should try a provisional ladder and see how many people play on it.
Wonderful. Now, Lava, do you mind doing the honors of the final prediction? So people can spend all of their moolah?
Master. All right. Prediction is, as usual, 2 minutes. Classic, the usual. No express prediction for the finals.
I'm so hyped!
Betting my mortgage on Ian.
All of our mortgages.
This
Oh,
is gonna be a prediction
15,000
for the entirety of best of 3, by the way.
Yeah, we're
This-
doing it the best of free, so everyone's best of free.
The
That's who
entire
gets
best
your
of free.
prediction paid out.
Do the players know that they are doing a best of 3?
Well, I'll let them know now.
They don't know. Yes.
I'm betting 10 chips on Ian.
Holy shit, he's all in.
I'm all in, baby.
10 clams, baby.
Oh, look at all the
I
clams
guess.
coming in. Look at all these clams here. I gotta get in on this.
Make your predictions.
Come on.
Booyah. Guys, I love
This is Grand
gambling.
Finals, and this is relevant because if you aren't aware of the new system for how the playoff qualifiers work, every tournament, if you make it in, I believe it's the top 8 or maybe the top, you do get some points
Something.
towards.
You get flat malt.
Yep, you get flat hold, which does
You get Jimbo.
apply to the end of season. Every tournament you win, I think, is like 15 points, and that's as much as basically getting like top 20 in
Yes.
the end of season. So that's a very relevant amount of points, and it will matter for who makes it in the next playoff next season.
Ariel.
I can
Oh.
check actually, but I think Phantom said it pretty well.
Yeah, I think this round out, I'm so hyped. This is great. This is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait for this final between Ian and the Mr. Mysterious Able Eye Master.
No, it's 10 mode.
It's 10. I thought I changed it to
10
15.
mode.
What's the
10
what's the
mode.
prize per second? What's the prize per second? Do we
6
do we
mode,
give out
so
modes? Okay.
6 mode. So it's like the second place is top 70, the first place is top 30.
I see.
Totally fair.
Okay.
And then you get for third and fourth place you get top 100.
I see.
Also, if anyone's here, make sure you're following the stream. Make sure. Do it right now, because this is the finals. And if you guys want to keep up to date with all the Balatro multiplayer shenanigans, don't forget the Discord is in the Twitch link. If you guys want to join in and actually play some multiplayer games with an actual queue system, Discord is always there. So make sure you join up. We're just waiting on Aimline to send us a link for their Video Ninja.
And looks like they're also waiting for them to hop in the lobby to play against Ian.
Yup. It is what is indeed happening. Well, let's take a look at these stats right now. I mean, like, it doesn't say much because most of these players, this includes previous season stats as well, so this is just of all time. But the ranked MMR is for this season. Both players with an extraordinarily high win rate in the 70s. Ian pushing towards the 80s. Very interesting to see.
Yeah. I mean, Ian's a very good player. He was #1 at the end of last season. And I just believe he hasn't played as much this season, and that's why he's not #1 again. But for the games he has played, he's won, like I said, 79% of them.
That's why he's just goated, I suppose. Someone has to dethrone him, Able Eye! Dethrone him!
And to be fair, this is a format, anyone could win.
And
It's
here
very easy
we
to make
are.
mistakes when having to play so fast. Even when you're as good player as Ian, and Abdea Master is also a good player, considering how they're, what, top 15 right now?
16, I believe. But yes.
16, okay. Somewhere up there. Top of the leaderboard.
Basically the same spot when you think about it.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
And don't you guys worry, this is a best of 3. So you're gonna need to win 2 games. 2 games. This is really testing out your speed Latra. Dun, 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 dun. Suggestion for double elimination? Oh, double elimination? My ass. These tournaments already take like 5 hours. This is just because of Speed Lotro, it's been taken around 3.
This tournament? I am considering it. I am
might-
considering it.
For Speed Lotro, double elimination isn't the worst thing ever. It could potentially be here, but for regular tournaments, unfortunately, just due to
For regular
how
tournaments,
games
it's gonna
take.
take like twice as long. Not twice as long, but
Mhm.
It will. It
Like-
will take twice as long.
I feel
Potentially
honestly
even
it
more,
might.
because it can go up to 3 games. Could take 3 times as long.
And
Ian
here
taking
we
that
go.
coupon skip immediately. So they're gonna have to
Could
win
take
this
a
one and
badge.
2.
All right.
Okay, I'm so
And they
excited.
may not be able to afford this overstock voucher.
Yeah, we're immediately gonna pick up the smiley face and to-do list from Able Eye Master. Totally fair. Pick
They
them up
can't
while you
afford
can.
this overstock. Let's see if they decide to take it.
Of course,
The
overstock
problem
is
taking
just
overstock
too
here is that
good.
if something good is in the shop and you can't afford it, then you might be in trouble.
Blackboard is a nice pickup though.
Mm-hmm. Especially with holding a moon card in the hand. We might even save that for the PvP to guarantee that X3 on that big hand.
I suppose you might. Oh my god, this is very, very... Oh my god, Able Eye is lagging just a smidge. We are They're playing on a toaster
Yep.
right now. But
ABI is able to also get that overstock voucher, and they were able to get the Cartomancer as well. So they have scoring, econ, and terror generation, which are the 3 things that you really want to get in Balatro PvP.
oh, wonderful. Oh my god,
Ian
I
using
love
the
picking up
Sixth
the Spectral, the Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense is going to be big,
Mhm.
getting through the
Yeah,
Spectral
it's even
queue.
foil, so it helps you get scoring as well.
It's
Ian
helping!
only had $5 to his name, so he goes next.
Yeah, ABI
ABI
here
seeing
has
that
to pick it
Sixth
up.
Sense, takes it.
Here we go. Oh, there's a medium.
There was a 6th, but Ian did discard it.
Ian forgot about Sixth Sense. Very rare. Ooh, you always
Seals
want to
in
take
attack.
the purple seals. Purple seals are just so good.
Scissors strong in general, especially on this red deck where you have 4 discards. You can make more use of that.
Reserve parking, yeah, I suppose if you're only going to be going for face cards, it's quick enough just to be able to discard, play, especially if you're running Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's that much of a
Yeah, especially with
deficit.
that animation canceling, it doesn't make you actually that much slower. Ian decided not to pick up that seed money voucher. He doesn't really have any econ except for this reserved parking.
Ooh, Immolate's
Immolate
nice.
on the 6th Sense. I believe that's the 6 that Ian neglected to play, so he's down 1 Immolate, but should be able to get it next time.
Yeah, but unfortunately we lost the king there, but, you know, it's fine. We'll live. I think we might be focusing on queens anyway. Or just, it's still too early to say. We've got our to-do list on high card, though, which is really nice for
ABI
ABI.
did not make it to PvP before the timer. They lost a life.
Yeah, taking it too slow. Hey, at least we got plenty of time now to just decide what we want to do. We've got a photograph, we've got a business card, 2 very jokers that we're going to have to think about here. Okay, we pick up the photograph for abstract, and we probably do get rid of the to-do list here. Or
It is on high card, so it would be a lot of money if you decide to use it in that PvP.
we could probably get rid of Cartomancer. I
Something to think
think
about.
I think the money might be more useful right now. But
Especially since we used it Immolate and our deck has already been somewhat fixed for us. Are we selling the 6th Sense?
ooh,
We're selling the 6th Sense here. I don't know
I-
if I agree with that, but that is what they chose to do.
yeah, maybe if it wasn't
have to go
foil,
for
but I
ID.
think the foil was just doing too much than what the Cartomancer was. Because at least we were getting spectral cards and 50 chips, but the Cartomancer isn't going to give us any improvement to our scoring whatsoever, and only going to give us a strength. Which isn't the worst
Yeah,
card,
and-
especially since we want to get more queens, is what I'm guessing we're
Yeah,
going
I
to
do
try
think
to do here.
especially since you have the photograph, playing those 6s for a chance to get that deja vu is very, very huge. And just throwing away that opportunity for a random tarot every round might not be the best play.
Yeah, and also
You're
we'd
able
be
to get the
fitting our
strength,
deck.
get more queens online. Mm-hmm. That is why 6th Sense is so powerful. It's, at the very least, it's -4 cards in your deck, which can help you be able to find your perfect hand more often in the PvP when you really need.
Let's see, we've got our 5 of kind here. We might be trying to look for our flush 5, but I don't think we'll be able to even get that.
I'm not sure they even have Flush 5 online, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think we're just going
Five
to
of
play
Kinds
the
is the
5.
best they can do.
And it
Get some money with it
probably...
as well.
I don't know if it's going to
9500
be
points,
strong enough
Flush
to beat
for
the
you.
blackboard. Oh,
Yeah. Ian's able to get the Blackboard online and still preserving that Moon card for future PvP if he decides to use it.
well, what we're going to do is we're just going to sell it for Emperor.
Yep, and it's definitely reasonable to be able to find another suit-changing tarot before the next PvP. Agree with that.
Yeah, and then this is just fine. So pick up, shoot the moon, so now we're able to quite easily get past these blinds and get some reserve parking money at the
Foil.
same time.
Yep. You have the foil from the 6th Sense, being able to provide enough value for the chips, and then the molt coming from that shoot the moon, definitely able to help them take the blind.
Very, very nice. Does wheel hit? Wheel never hits. Very unfortunate.
Ian wins in 1 with that foil and the shoot the moon, which maybe is
Yeah.
not what he wanted to do. Minus money from the reserved parking.
Yeah, I think
Now
that's
he's
a better
finding a
play
sell
here.
here.
Picking a business card instead of reserve
And a mana
parking.
rebate.
Midas Mask is an option here. Potentially get rid of, I'd say, business card. You probably get rid of before if you were to pick it up.
Yep, decides not to. There is the 6 here. We'll see if he can use another 6th Sense. Could even death it, but could be a questionable decision.
We're just gonna play our
Decides
hand.
to not play the 6, which is interesting.
I guess we forgot
Perhaps
about it.
forgetting about it again.
Yeah. Top #1 player in the world, by the way. See,
But
it's
we're
not
not
just me.
forgetting-
Everyone
actually-
forgets about 6 cents. Everyone forgets about it.
I mean, I've been guilty of it even myself.
Using a death to get
Everyone's forgot
never.
about it at some point in their life.
Ooh, I'm really liking this lineup from Ian right now. The deck fixing has been on point, even with this small timer. He's been able to get so many queens so quickly. It is very impressive.
Yeah. Yep, I think the only thing he's missing with the deck fixing is he has too many 6s in the deck.
Too many. We should
But besides that, wonderful. Should have
Yeah.
0 at this point.
This is great. And there's a def as well. Oh my lord.
There's the death, and there's the seltzer that Abdiaya did pick up.
This is a very nice seed for Ian.
It's the same seed for both players.
Yes, but
Ian's
Ian
just
is
playing
playing
in
the
a
seed
certain kind of
better.
way. We did sell out of the blackboard. That is very interesting. The blackboard was perhaps the reason that Ian won. All right, no rest for the weary. Conjoined Joker is here in the PvP, so Ian's got to play those hands fast. Might not be able to with having to use this death and the fool for the purpose field value.
Yeah, and I don't think Ian's going to be able to win this round. He's got no molt here. I don't think Photograph is going to be doing enough. Even though we do have Seltzer online.
Okay, Abdiaya Master getting 54,000 with that Conjoined Joker and Photograph. Let's see
Yeah.
what Ian is able to put up.
We are going to have a Flush 5, which is very nice.
5 of full, not full molt. We're gonna go half molt, half chips. I don't hate that myself.
Oh my god, and it doesn't
79,000.
know.
Ian is able to take it.
Whoa, that is really impressive.
Abdiaya down to 1 life. Really regretting losing that early life to the timer, since you no longer have that flexibility to be able to play a little more loose. You have to play completely careful. You're on your tournament life here. Maybe not tournament life. On this game life, since it's best of 3. Gotta play entirely to win, and if you don't, that's game over for this game.
Yeah, okay. Is there any way for Abelite to come back into this game? Because what I'm looking right now, this game was just going to go to Ian. This is going to be a bit of a wash, maybe a 4-0, unless Abelite can find something big. But I doubt it, because not only is Ian got a lot of money, but just better deck fixing. And I think deck fixing is really important here.
I mean, I think the only out for ABI is the fact that they are indeed ahead. They've been playing more of these face cards for that business card value. They have the extra lives, extra money from losing lives. So you see Ian only just now coming across conjoined that ABI has
yeah.
$800 after PvP. So they are ahead in the shop. If something good does show up, they could at least take that next PvP, and hopefully keeping ahead could lead to their victory. I think that is the line for them.
Let's see if Ian's going to be able to keep this Seltzer going into the PvP. I think he is. But
That very well could be the nail in the coffin, since ABI had to sell it.
yeah, only able to get Hanging Chad to even get back some of that retrigger value for the photograph, but considering not only is Ian using enhanced cards with chips and molt, while Abelai is only using the wild cards, I think this is going to be a bit of a wash.
Very well could be. And they're using the sun on only 1 queen to be able to get this flush 5 online. They have plenty of queens that are not hearts, so maybe perhaps you would save that instead. But that's how to use it. Ian, even more deaths. He's copying a foil queen of hearts
Oh
now.
my
so that's even more
god.
chips, especially with this monster.
What a seed.
This deck is at 34 cards now.
This is amazing. Oh my lord. What, this is
Another death.
peak speed.
Are we on Zodiac
we
deck? What is
s-
happening?
This is red deck apparently. And we pick up Scary Face as well, just to enhance your scoring even more.
Yep, and I do believe, especially on red deck, you have access to your entire deck at this point. The Seltzer is on 3, or is it on 4? I think it's on 3.
We're gonna def. We're gonna send it.
They're gonna have to use this for their big hand. Even
Oh, that's big. That is huge.
426,000.
That is more than Abelite is gonna be able to muster.
96,000. I think this is GG for game 1.
This is a very crazy game, I will admit. I really enjoyed this seed. Red deck
out of
gone
cards.
wild.
No more cards. We went through all of them.
That is nice. And really
That was
convincing game 1 from Ian. Super convincing.
very well played. Just staying ahead, score-wise the whole time, even though ABI did have slightly more money. Able to hold on to that seltzer for that second PvP was the difference in PvP round.
And that is first round to Ian. Let's see if Ian can double up, or if Abelai can bring this back to a final game. Very, very impressive showing from Ian so far. Just real, like, tons of knowledge on really everything. This is what speed does. As long as you have the basics molded into your instincts, you can play like this fast. Because you're able to make these kind of, like, quick glances and say, alright, this is what I should do. But when you're kind of still on the newer side and at these speeds, it's going to catch you out. This is going to catch a lot of new players who don't really know all the ins and outs and haven't listened to the Phantom podcast off guard. So let us see. I think we're going to swap up the picks again for the next game.
Yeah, we're swapping
Yeah, let's pull out
swapping
what the
for
picks are.
bands picks stuff. Technically, sometimes we let them.
Yep. And are we doing the regular pick ban, or are we doing more like the?
We were doing the
system?
regular pig ban.
Okay.
And it looks like we're going to be going to blue.
Alright, yeah, we're going to blue.
Yeah, but I gotta admit, this is a very stressful situation for Abelai to be in, you know, going up against a really, really strong opponent in the finals. You can only ever imagine their nerves.
Yep. And you're down 0-1.
This is where heroes are made, though. This is the moment where we lock in.
This is the stress tournament. Like, yeah, this is the very fun one.
You don't have time to
honestly.
be stressed.
We're
Just
gonna-
play the
you
game.
We're gonna
do
call
the
this
stress.
Stress Latro from now
You're
on.
beco-
This is
you're-
Stress Latro.
You're becoming stressed. You're out. You're becoming stressed. Your game is already over.
Too late. No time.
You cannot get stressed.
Alright, chat. What I need you to do is I need you to shout for your favorite player. Go for it right now. I want to see what chat's thinking. Who are you guys supporting here in this wonderful final matchup? Yeah, this tournament is indeed not for the weak heart in Shadow Gaming. Everyone knows Ian has this. Hey, Ian does not have everything. Abelai
Abelai
could sweep.
sweeps.
They have
4-0.
master in their name,
Alright.
right? They have master in their name for a reason.
Ian has my heart, and that's all that matters.
I want a game free, Abelai. Lock in. And the best
this
part
game
about
will
Speed
determine if
Latro
it's
as
a
well.
quick 2-0,
Yeah.
or if we get a game 3.
I really hope there's a game free. The one other thing I really like about Speed Latro is you don't have time to watch the stream. You can't stream snipe while playing Speed Latro. Yeah, that's right. I know you stream snipers out there who say, "Oh, I'm not watching the stream while playing." I know you are. And this whole tournament's for you guys, so you can't do it anymore. Gonna get caught out as
Both
frauds.
players finding the exact same
Oh, what a
to be able
nice.
to win it. ABI, both players picking up this foil mail-in rebate, but ABI opening the pack and getting a Spades Joker, whereas Ian's taking the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, what's
Both
your
players
opinion on
easily
this?
able
Do you
to
think
get out.
Walkie Talkie is better here for the pick? Because I
think
personally, I
the
do.
extra plus 10 base molt is probably just better overall, because you have the plus 50 chips, plus 10 base molt. You basically just play whatever and make it out of the blinds.
We should be able to beat this
But
in one
if
round for
there is-
Abelai.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can probably play anything and it wins. Like, that was a random high card and it won.
Was it not just like a flush with some debuff cards in it?
Yeah. No, it was just a high card.
Oh wow, that was anticlimactic.
700 points. I believe they were just going for the discards to be able to get the mail-in rebate money, and then they won. Ian not able to win in one. He has to win on his last hand.
But money is not an issue right now. Both players got plenty of econ.
Both players with that mail-in rebate, which is very strong.
Let's see here. Temperance, nice. Hack is I think Ian's gonna pick up Hack 100% here. I don't see a world where Ian does not pick up Hack, and so does Abelai. Re-triggers
Both
are
players
just
with hack on the
re-triggering.
field right now.
We're gonna have to wait and see. Ian has yet to come across it.
difficult for Ian. The fact that this Malin is on 10s. We won't be able for the walkie. He's gonna have to focus on 4s to be able to win the blind.
Yeah, that's why I'm beginning to see why they just +10 off of that. What is that Joker called again? They're all called the stupid names like Raffle. Is that what it is? Yeah, Raffle. The +10 mult is just so big here, allowing a lot more flexibility for Abelai to play whatever hands they really like without having to worry
you are
about.
correct. Ian did take a hack here.
Yep.
5 seconds on the clock.
Here we are.
Both players make it.
Both players going into this PvP blind with a chariot, but Abelai hanging onto a hangman. So let's see.
There's a wee Joker that was skipped.
Yeah, who cares?
You have hack. Hack wee.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
The glass 3 is quite relevant with the hanging chat and the hack. If you can make copies of that and get it online.
That's why I wouldn't use it right now. I'd be holding on to it. I'm totally okay with sacking this life just so I can guarantee getting some more glass frees on the board. I think losing this free is going to be...
If it breaks here, that could be the end of the game. If that ends up being the thing that wins.
Yeah, if Ian has the glass free, correct?
I believe so. I think I saw it. I think he discarded it.
Yeah, which is the right play to make. Yeah, honestly, I'm okay with... Oh, we might send it. If this does break, this could be very unfortunate for Abelai.
Let's see. Will it break? Will they even have to play it? They play it.
Oh, and it doesn't break. Whoa.
Does not break.
Very, very lucky. And I don't think Ian is going to have enough scoring right now to really deal with this.
Beat that. I think maybe just play the lucky cards for the money.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I don't think that's
fine.
30k. Not even able to get a flush house online, but we're going to make some of them diamonds.
Might as well.
Full house was able to score 17,000, so that is pretty good.
Reroll glut voucher. Very nice voucher here, especially with all this money we have.
Especially when they had $100. But it does take time to reroll and consider all these.
Yeah, don't forget, every time you're re-rolling the shop, you're being just handed decisions to make. And so it takes a very, very skilled player to be able to say, okay, this is what I want, and this is what I don't want at like 0.0001 reaction speeds.
Let's go gambling's here. Ian taking it.
Yeah, Abelai way further in the shop right now than Ian. And we saw that Let's Go Gambling show up, I'd say 5 or 6 rolls ago. Maybe even more now. But let's have a little...
With this Let's Go Gambling, you will want to play all of your hands, which will take slightly more time. I feel like Ian is able to handily do that at this point.
Ooh, Mega Spectral was nice. Would have rerolled a bit down. There's the Deja Vu. You can probably put that onto a 2.
Deja Vu. You can take 2 of them.
Ah, sure, yeah. Put a bunch of seals and stuff. Hell yeah. Go for it. Planet X, always nice to have. Ooh, do we sell it for chaos? Yeah, we even... Oh my god, and it's a blueprint!
Blueprint's here.
And we are going to see... I don't know, I still think Ian is super far behind the shop reroll. We're not going to see this for a while. Oh no, there's the chaos. One more roll and we got blueprint.
Chaos, get back.
Oh, we'll get it next round. So I'm pretty sure Ian's going to come across the blueprint next round. Which means both players going to be going into this at maximum power.
An extra round with this copied mail-in rebate is a good amount of econ for API.
Oh, I see.
In this match, especially when they are up a round. They're up a life, I mean.
Yeah, here we go. This is nice. Let's Go Gambling gone. I would have sold walkie-talkie. Is walkie-talkie even doing any? Oh, 4s. Yeah, 4s. I forgot. And that's an invisible Joker.
Invisible Joker with that blueprint. You have to take it.
Probably over, yeah.
What to sell. It looks like it might be the Chad.
I think Chad is the correct play here, just for the fact that, you know, what's it really doing? It's giving you 2 more
15 seconds on the clock for both players. ABI having much more to spend. We have Death and the Fool for that glass card. Only 5 on the clock. $70 left. Invisible Joker's got to sell something immediately.
Oh, we're just gonna...
Runs out of time. Yeah. Isn't able to pick it up.
That is unfortunate.
That's brutal.
Really, 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 really unfortunate. I would have taken the life loss there just to pick up Invisible. I think that's way too important of a piece to miss out on.
Seems like ABI preserved the life over picking up that Invisible Joker, and we'll see if that comes back to bite them.
Yeah, because don't forget, we could have sold everything besides hack and blueprint, and then popped it off that invisible. So it really doesn't
Especially with
matter
all these
what we
glass
sold
threes.
there. We could have sold a chaos.
I do believe
Shadow,
that
whatever.
ABI does have more glass threes than Ian, so maybe be able to take a second life off him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. With all these glass frees, that invisible Joker would have came in so handy.
Very huge, exactly.
The whole just one more
Three glass
re-trigger is
threes.
just what? Like that's just too much. You cannot say no to that. Unfortunately enough, it's just like the very last reroll when you're running out of time, and boom, there you go. You have like an invisible Joker. It's like, oh, what are you meant to do here? But we're hitting a nice milli for Able Eye.
Yep, I believe one of the glass cards, perhaps two. There's Photograph, which does not work with the hack, but does work with the Chad that you have. Perhaps take it over Chaos.
Probably possibly going for maybe flush houses. Well, we're
Another death.
getting
both those glass
tons of
cards, they would
deaths.
replace
Oh
one
my
of them.
lord.
Very beautiful.
Very, very beautiful scene. Oh, and there's the family. So
And
I
there's the
guess
family.
you probably sell photo chat here. Photo chat goes.
I'm sure you need Photograph anymore.
Yeah.
You're not playing face cards, you're playing this glass cards, especially with another death in hand.
The only reason why you'd hold on to hanging chat, photograph there is just for possibly playing a flush house. With
And there's a
face
fool
cards
for
in
that death.
front.
That is very beautiful.
Oh my god, what
Are
the
people not
hell?
using it?
And a temperance? And a hermit?
And a Hermit. Are we gonna make it out of the shop? We have 90 seconds left, and we haven't even made the small blind.
Yeah, I know, we're gonna be stuck in the small blind purgatory.
Yeah, too much money. It's a problem.
Is it just me, or is economy just been... Oh my god, look at Ian's money! Over in the 170s!
Ian popped the invis, and he got another blueprint
I'm beginning to...
with $176 to reroll.
This is looking a little bit scary for Able Eye. I'm beginning to think the sweep may be on. The reverse sweep.
Very well could be with this extra blueprint that Ian got because ABI was not able to pick up that invisible Joker. Ian now finally able to get those glass cards. 3, maybe 4 of those glass cards. With the extra copies of Hack, that should definitely win it.
Oh, this should be well more than enough.
ABI has 40 seconds and has not entered the big blind.
Okay, we're selling mail and rebate for the trio. And there
Seltzer.
is Seltzer.
You have 30 seconds and you're not in the big blind.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
We
We're
are-
opening a celestial pack.
We are doing
Don't
everything
die.
else but playing the blinds. This is a very, very... I don't know why we're not saving that to the PvP. You might as well. It's not like we're going to play it here.
It's not like you're gonna have time to pick up a death in the shop. There's the Seltzer. Ian rolls past it.
Oh no, why are we
Maybe
doing
click
this?
too
This
fast
is
here with
not
10
needed.
seconds left.
Uh...
We're playing the glass.
And Able, I forgot to turn
animations are taking
Siren
too
back
long.
on.
You're gonna
Oh
die
my
to
god,
the
yeah,
timer.
we lost a life to the timer.
You died to
and
timer.
if glass broke, that is a really, really, really unfortunate turn of events. We need to turn back on Siren. Does Able even have Siren?
We gotta disable animations. Saturn has 16x and disable animations.
Gulp. This is...
I am not forcing those, but I'm very advising you to do both.
You should. You definitely should.
There is no way you don't do both unless you're like Star Toad, but like...
Yeah. Okay, here we go though. I'm gonna be honest here. I think that whole incident right there might be the downfall for Able Eye. Because don't forget, this Seltzer is not going to be here forever.
Yep, the Seltzer right now is the difference.
And
And they could get Ian down to 1 life.
And unfortunately, I just don't know why you don't hold on to Death and your Fool until you're PvP blind. I feel like this is really put it up to look a lot of if we can even find these frees.
Yeah, and you need a good amount of the 3s.
And we wasted
Kill
a
this
hand.
Seltzer.
We used a discard instead of a hand, so now we found a purple seal, which could have potentially helped us out even more.
That could have been another death.
Yeah,
The
we're.
glass is still at the bottom of our deck right now.
And this is why you don't do what you did. You gotta hold on to it.
Ian looking like a similar draw, only having 2 glass in hand.
We'll just have to wait and see. We've got our hand for Able Eye, 2 glass.
2 glass here.
And Ian also holding up the
Something
2
to family,
glass.
which might be the most amount of points.
I genuinely think that the big difference maker here is gonna be that walkie-talkie.
And this extra blueprint.
The blueprint's being cancelled out by Seltzer right now, so it's not really in the equation for this PvP blind anyway, but it is going to be a big factor as soon as that Seltzer runs out, which it will. We've only got 3 hits left on it.
Yeah, there's no way you're keeping that till next PvP unless you decide to skip for it. Which is a very risky play if you decide to do so.
Yeah, considering we don't even have a full hand of glass. We could have. Yeah, and that's just enough to win.
4 million with it.
We calculated a
with a
winning hand,
fortified.
and now we're gonna cheapskate it.
See if you can greed.
Yeah, we're gonna greed for possibly only playing 1 glass. Nope, we need to play 2. But it will be a very, very convincing win here for Ian. And
Yep,
this
2
is going
lives
to
to
bring
2 lives.
a
Dusk
dusk.
is going to break, putting them back in even playing fields. But the dusk is
Whew.
very relevant.
That might. Oh, no glass in the tarot pack, so that is unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Ian does have the glass in the tarot pack, and he has.
Oh, and then there's going to be a glass for the
belong to the
booster
ride.
pack. Oh my god. If only there was a way to weaken things and like bring them down a level. Where's my linking cord?
Doesn't exist in vanilla. Sorry, brother.
No, my linking cord. Please. All right, let's see.
We should do
Something we
another
should think about.
Pokemon tournament.
I love Pokemon.
swear.
We should bring it back. Pokemon should 100%
We
come
we
back.
will bring it back
It's
we
coming
will bring it back.
You've heard it here,
at
folks.
some point.
In the near future. And the near future is
Maybe not that near future as you think, but
well, whenever
in the future.
Whenever the Switch Free comes out. Yep. That's what's happening.
Something to think about is that Ian did find the dusk here. He might sell the walkie-talkie. Let's see.
You probably
What
do
they're
just for
considering
glass, yeah. Like,
Probably the weakest joker you have.
I mean, it's nice for base, but like the base malt and base chips are really nice, but re-triggers are just better. Like that, genuinely. Like, there's no, just more
Yeah, we have
re-triggers
Death
better.
And the Hanged Man in this pack. An ectoplasm.
Like, look at
Would've
this
been
right
nice
now.
to open it
We've
for
got,
after
for
the
Ian,
pack.
we've got a full Joker lineup of re-triggers, besides the order. We've got 4 re-triggers on our board right now. This is crazy. And it's, oh,
Use
it's
the
negative.
ectoplasm.
Let's see if we can
Still
find
one blind to
another.
go. 30 seconds left. Gotta find what you got and try to win it.
Let's go. Let's go.
May have to play a glass or 2 just to make sure to get out in time.
Able Eye
trying
just
not to do
rolling down, not finding anything, but we found a fool with a definite. And we're gonna pick up this 6 just for the fact that it is a tarot, but it's looking a little bit scary. Looking a little bit scary for Able Eye.
6 seconds. We're opening the pack.
And here we go, Pareidolia for
No
Ian.
losing life.
This could be big if we find the photograph again. I
I
mean,
mean, you can't really pick up photograph for use with the hack
no, you're right, you're right.
because you only have 1 extra slot, so you can't have Pareidolia on the photograph.
You're right, it sucks, but it is what it is.
Maybe it's more than the family.
Would it? Yeah, probably. Would it be? Yeah, 1, 2, free. Yeah, you're getting a lot more off that. You're getting a lot of
'cause
re-triggers.
The card itself is played, and then you have the dusk and the hack.
So it'll be around 6 or 8x.
Yeah, photograph would be worth taking at this point.
Yeah.
Both players trying to find those glass cards. KBI did have a death to be able to bring
Oh.
here.
Ian's got 4
That did help.
glass.
So does ABI and a red steel. But Ian with an extra retrigger since they have that extra blueprint from the Invisible Joker.
The Invisible Joker might just be the pivotal decision make here.
Yep, and it is very important if you're ABI that you do force Ian to play his hand first, so you can see if you need to risk that glass. Perhaps you might even play it anyway just to get the money, but that is a decision you have to make. Nope, playing it first. There should be a lot of points, but we'll see if it beats whatever Ian is able to put.
It
Very
is.
close. ABI wins by only a couple million points with a 200 million point hand.
And what
Last
was the
life
big
for
difference
Ian.
there?
Will we get a game 3? The red steel was the difference. Photograph is here.
Oh my god, yes,
Math
you,
already
yes,
won
yes, yes,
for
yes, yes.
Ian.
Yes, Ian, take it.
Oh. Do they know that it's better than...
The order.
Nope, they real pass it.
Oh, that's really sad. That was actually very, very depressing. Like, why are you even holding on to Pareidolia then? What's the point of Pareidolia if you're not going to pick up Photograph?
Who can say?
Ian can, but he's not going to give us a good answer. He's going to give us some bullshit. Like, this is...
Could be, could be.
Ian might be intentionally throwing for a game free.
Throwing for content?
How I threw the
True.
biggest Balatro tournament.
Alright, we're taking driver's license instead, so
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense not take the photograph.
If I think Photograph still would have been better.
Trio, exact same as driver's license, but only works on certain hands, so definitely keep the license.
Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully we'll be able to find... We're holding on to a fool, praying for another death. Because if we can find our death, the
Yep.
glass are going to be glassing.
You can get a full flush 5 of those glass cards would be the best possible hand for both of these players.
And let's see. Do we have... Oh, there's Bloodstone. We don't have any hearts, though. This is why you always want to be configuring around hearts. But we're going to go for it.
I believe ABI did have a sun card. Perhaps they used it.
Yeah, but we've got, like... Oh my god, looky!
Another sun card.
Holy shit. That is
To get
super
the books
lucky.
online, want to get these on the glass cards as soon as possible. Perhaps even taking it into the PvP along with maybe a death or a fool for a second sun to be able to use that bloodstone.
Yeah, Ian finding a
We're gonna use it on
medium.
these glass cards.
Hmm.
15 seconds left for both players. ABI still in the big blind.
Yeah, and unfortunately enough, just how long it takes to get back to the shop. Oh, we're gonna miss out on...
They have to go next immediately. They don't even get to
Everything.
open that spectral pack.
And the tarot as well. Like, oh, but money is here, but is money really important when all we care about is sun cards? We'll see. We should be able to see our full deck here, though, so I'm not too scared.
Yes, with all these extra hands and discards from both players, with all the deck fixing that has been done, I believe both players can find the exact hand that they're looking for. The question is, do you greed and try to keep all these steals?
Ian looking way
That's
better going
questionable.
into this
You
round,
need-
though, with both Fool
They only
and
have
Sun
two
in
glass
hand.
cards left? How many glass cards have they been playing?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Abelai has been very, very loosey-goosey with the glass cards, playing them for
I think
blinds.
they only have 2 left here in this PvP. I don't think that'll be enough to be what Ian's putting up.
Yeah, unfortunately enough, that's what happens when you're playing your glass cards in anything other than a PvP blind.
You risk them breaking and not being there for you when you need them most, which is to take that final life off your opponent.
And we have Saturn for Abelai, but we're just not using it. Very interesting.
Oh, the sun was used.
No, like the mod Saturn for to get rid of the animations.
Oh, Saturn, yes.
Yeah,
I
he's-
said the sun.
No.
I was like, they have a sun card, then you better show me where it's at.
Point to the screen where the sun card is. It's on the inside. I'm pretty sure it's inside the Fool right now.
Very well could be. I think Ian still has a good amount of glass cards. 11 cards left in deck. Searching for those glass. I think most of them might already even be beat.
And
We
there
even
we
also
go.
have multiple red seals. If there is a sun in this pool, we can make this a final 4 into a heart.
We're gonna check if we even have to. I don't know. I don't like using the purple seal. I think you have an extra discard. Just use it. It's gonna be your glass. I can already see. I can see the future.
Potential for E14 on
That
Ian's
is-
side if the Bloodstone hits well.
It's
Which
pretty
is an
good.
insane amount of points.
That is very, very good. And there it is. Never punished.
There's the glass card. Uses the sun. we're able to keep the red steel in hand.
And yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of greeting. We're gonna play an extra red seal 4 instead of our glass here because we probably don't even need to. This is gonna be a better hand than anything Able I could put together, just due to the fact that we have no glass anymore.
Yep, Ian just figuring out which is his most powerful hand, and if it is a bloodstone hand, then perhaps he will decide if he needs to play the hack to be able to get more money. And it looks like he may be able to just double copy hack and get more money from these lucky cards, since 126 might be less than the base value for the bloodstone hits.
Yeah, that should be fine.
47, I believe, will beat that.
But just to be sure, I guess we're gonna try
Play
saving
the rest.
extra glass. Oh my god,
Saving
we
your
are
glass?
no
The
nowhere
greed is
near.
real
This is
here.
nowhere near. I
You
would
have
not.
time to greed it. 2 million? Maybe don't.
Yeah, I think we're good where we are.
Okay, there's 27 hits of bloodstone. Like, you're getting at least some. 22 billion for Ian. 1 life each for both players. This is tournament life for Ablei.
Able is gonna have to pull up something crazy here, or pray that Ian forgets about the timer to even have a
That's
chance.
true.
Of pulling this
If either
to a
player
game
dies the
free.
timer here, that is the end of the game.
Very, very scary. Able picking up a sun card, but we don't need some. We need goddamn glass. And we need it bad.
Yep, Ian able to copy another glass card, and it might just be GG's. I don't know what Ablei could find. I believe they are slightly ahead in the shop, since Ian is able to find this Chad that they did not find. Or that
Is-
Ablei also passed on.
Is selling order here worth it
The family, you mean?
for hanging Chad? Would you say?
It's a guaranteed 2 hits on the glass, so it's 2.25, and then a chance for, on average, it's
Bloodstone
3.25. So, no.
Hmm.
On average, it's not, but if you get lucky with the bloodstone hits, then it could be more scoring.
Yeah.
Chad came back around again for Ian, but he decided not to take it. Another Chad for both players.
Baron.
Aaron.
We've got no barons.
Yeah, you can't take Baron there.
That's a death sentence.
Not with
taking
the
Baron.
hack glass.
Who knows? Maybe we're not smart enough to understand like Baron hack glass gameplay.
The real question is, what happens if not both players died to timer? Is it a tie?
It's whoever dies first.
Neither player is past the big blind yet, and there's only 30 seconds on the clock. Ian's not even. We found oops. That is huge with this bloodstone. We're opening the pack. You have 20 seconds and 2 blinds. You might have to skip to not die here.
Yeah, where the hell was
Oh,
that?
no.
Oops, does that mean Ian got ahead
was
of
one ahead.
Able
That
in
was
the shop?
It should be coming up soon for
There it
ABN.
is. Yeah, order us to go.
Yeah, right
I'll
there.
find
There it
out
is. 9 seconds. You gotta pick it up.
yet. Yeah, that's and
Go
this
next,
this
go
is gonna
next.
be game I think for Able.
Yeah,
Like
the exact
Ian's-
same Joker setup, but an extra blueprint from Ian.
And don't forget more glass as well on top of that.
Yeah, with more glass, and I think more red seals as well that are like the hand they're trying to play.
Yeah, no, this is
At this point, the red seal might be even more valuable because of the guaranteed hit from the bloodstone.
so right. Yeah, this might just be the big GGs. I mean, this has been a crazy, crazy game. I've been enjoying Speed Latro. Speed Latro is a very fun format, I'll be honest. Even when I was playing it, I didn't even feel that tilted after losing. Which is a very rare thing for me
Very fast
personally.
game mode, to say the least.
Yes, yes. Would you? So your thoughts? You've been here the whole tournament, Phantom. Would you say this is a welcome addition to maybe tournaments in the future, or better off as just a one-off?
I'm probably biased since I'm slow, but I'll have to try it myself tomorrow to see how it feels playing it.
Oh, you're gonna
I
be there
haven't
in the
watched
NA
it. I think
tournament?
it's good. I'm thinking about joining in.
You should. Looks very, very fun.
Yeah, it looks very fun. I'm not sure if I'll have time, but if I do, you'll see me there. Taking
And
L's round
we
one.
will be rooting for you, in the brackets. We'll be here in the commentator booth rooting.
Yeah. No, it's been fun to commentate. I think it's been a good user experience.
I think so too. This
I'd be
is.
like,
I think
I'd be
everyone
like
who's
not
played
being
this.
able to find the flush 5. I
Yeah.
think this is GG. Ian with
Unfortunate enough.
4
looked
glass
way
and 1
better.
red steel.
Yeah, Ian's
An
just a
insane
little
hand.
bit
Even
more.
if they had the same jokers, I think Ian wins this. And even with an extra brainstorm. How high will it get? Let's see.
Hold me back! It's
Oh,
about to
It does
come!
not matter what you copy, Ian.
It's about to come, Ian! Here it comes. The score. Ah! And it's it's E15! It's E15! Oh my god! Holy
That is very
shit!
impressive. Well done, Ian.
GG!
GG's.
Ian being
2-0
the
in the best of
goddamn 2-0ing Able Eye Master. Amazing game.
Tournament champion here today.
Oh, that was good. That was really, really nice. Here, let
Now
me.
Ian is in the lead for
Yeah.
the next playoffs.
He is indeed.
No smolts of anyone right now.
Let's see if we can get Ian in here. And we can have a little chat to the winner. I think that's.
Ian
like
is in
Ian
this
Coleman.
server.
He's not on
so
the
yeah.
server.
He is a commentator. I believe he should be in here.
Yeah. Let's ping him. Get him in here.
Ian's commentated before.
Yeah,
Ian.
come on, get in. Good game, man. Honestly, yours truly might play here as well.
I really, really enjoyed that game. That was a very fun game. Oh, and here he is, the winner
Hello,
himself,
team.
the one and only Monkey
Hello.
Ian
Well
P. How does it feel, Ian? Go on, give us your thoughts on Speed Latro in general. How do you feel about
I
this?
was not expecting to win like at all because as a member of Indigo Immolation, we are like slow at the game. That's like our whole identity is being slow.
Not pizza power.
Not pizza. Yeah, that's fair. But I'm usually very slow. But thankfully, Startoad disconnected, so I didn't have to face him. That was scary.
Totally fair.
That was my out. That was my winning line. Was Startoad DC.
And so I want to say the big difference in that final game there had to be that invisible Joker. What happened was early on the round, as soon as the invisible Joker showed up for Able Eye, just timer was about to hit and wasn't able to
like
pick it
1
up.
second.
Yeah, 1 second, couldn't pick
Oh
it up.
wow.
And
Oh,
that
they didn't get the invis.
didn't get the
You just had to
invis.
go next. Yeah.
That makes a big
And,
difference.
and so the fact without the invis, they brought you down to 1.
That's good.
Yeah, and then the
I
ectoplasm
mean, I hit
also
the
popped
dice
off.
on my last roll. It was great.
Yeah.
Literal last.
They were actually ahead in the shop, so
I assumed
they
they
had like
were.
slightly more money.
An incorrect difference was not ectoplasm, it was indeed just deck building. You were way better with your glass cards. You didn't use them except for in PvP blinds, but the issue with Able Eye was they ended up using them during just random blinds, and they broke, and which means going into that final PvP, they were only able to play a 4 of a kind.
Oh, that'll do it. I mean, yeah, that's why I had to keep around like the walkie-talkie for a while, just so I could clear the blinds reliably, and then the family was able to do that afterwards. So it was great.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Do you have any final words as the winner?
Play some more Speed Latro.
Good words, good words. And with that being
Good
said,
format.
it's actually a very fun format. I enjoyed this. It was really good, and it's also quick enough to stream. Holy moly!
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, this is our new PB.
Very fast.
the
Yeah,
stream.
best
I'm
stream
glad.
possible.
I'm glad.
I mean, yeah, it is. Of course, it's gonna be. It's freaking speed water. It took half of the normal amount.
I know.